Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi, hello.
It's Lorebeards 40K, your weekly deep dive into the grimdark and the glorious and the occasionally ridiculous parts of Warhammer 40,000 lore. But today we're not actually going to be talking about lore as it currently exists, but more as how it might be after Adepticon.
I love Adepticon. I well, one, it's where I met Sarah Kaiser. It's also where I met a few of my like really good friends. I also met like mini wargaming before going up to them and playing games against them. And this was a very long time ago. It was so much fun. Haven't been back in a while, and I really want to go back at some point.
Same. It's been years and years for me. I went to one of the very first Adepticons and had a ball. Just FYI, Lorebeards 40K, we are live on YouTube and Twitch. So whether you're hobbying or list building or just procrastinating, looking at your pile of shame, thanks for hanging out with us.
What? Pile of shame? You mean pile of opportunity.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Today, we're going to be looking ahead to Adepticon 2026 and all of the Warhammer 40K, Horus Heresy, and other rumors that are swirling around what Games Workshop might reveal at the big
Like
preview show.
Underworld. Everyone's excited for Underworld.
Okay, I'm laughing, but to be clear, I'm not laughing at Underworld. I'm laughing because Alexis knows that I don't play Underworld. That's why she's bringing it up.
I love Underworld, not as a game. I will put it that way. I don't play Underworld as an actual tabletop game. I love it for D&D, and I think the vast majority of people that buy Underworld kits buy them for D&D encounters, and GW does not understand why their set sell out and they get no one for their events.
I don't.
It's really fun.
So
but anyway, we should introduce ourselves.
That's very true. Great idea. Hi, everybody. I'm Ross Watson. I am I'm a lore addict. Probably a good way to put it. I'm the guy who always says it depends when we're talking about our various lore discussions. I've written a whole bunch of Warhammer 40K role-playing games. I've written a bunch of Warhammer 40K video games. I was part of the White Dwarf team for a couple of years. So I know a lot about Games Workshop. I know a lot about the hobby. I know a lot about Warhammer and Warhammer 40K. That's why I'm here today. And I want to introduce you to my co-host, who is what I like to describe as a hobby goblin.
It's very true. Hi, everyone. I'm Norn Queen Alexis. I am a massive Warhammer nerd. I'm probably the only person in existence that has 6 lictors sitting right next to them and 30 flagellants, as well as an ATV, what is this? Oh, there goes my Psyker. I have tons and tons of miniatures that I'm currently painting. I have tons of stuff that I'm working on. I play a lot of the RPGs. I play nearly all of them except for one. I paint hundreds of thousands of models. I think last year alone, I painted close to 1,000 miniatures. I play Warhammer nonstop. I am currently getting ready for a GT that's coming up here very soon called Icehammer. And I am not ready for Necrons, so let's put it that way.
Well, is anyone ever ready for Necrons?
Oh my god, yeah. They're a pain in the right now.
So I want to break in really quick here. We do have a really cool announcement for our Saturday show. Our Saturday show is going to cover, I think, Commissar Yarrick, and we have a pretty awesome giveaway for that show that I'd like to mention here, if I could. Let's go ahead and throw the image up. So we are giving away a Joy Toy of a Tempestus Scion. Looks awesome. I wish the hosts were eligible for these because, my God, that looks cool.
Yeah.
And then we also have a very generous watcher donated the Cadia Stands box for you guys, and
special edition codex in it. Yo, the codex artwork looks insane.
The Cadia Stance box comes with a Sentinel, a couple of heavy weapons units, a command squad, and I think a couple of squads of Cadians, as well as a really sweet ass rule book with Lord Solar Macarius, I think, on it. Or is that the new Lord Solar? That's the new Lord Solar.
That's the new Lord Solar.
Yeah, what's his name?
Leontis.
Leontis, thank you. Lord Solar Leontis is on the cover there. So join us on Saturday if you'd like to be eligible to win one or both. I mean, I assume we're not going to give them both to the same person, but one of these great giveaways.
Yo, I am so hyped. Those field artillery batteries are so guard, and I absolutely love it. I think it looks amazing, and I'm just hyped up for the winner. Like, you guys, like, yeah. Also, holy cow, what a generous donation to the stream, to giveaway, to our fans here on Lorebeards. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we have a fantastic community. They're called Lore Seekers, and if you want to be a part of our Lore Seeker community, you can join our Discord. We have a really active one, and you can use it to keep in touch with what's happening with Lorebeards, and maybe even vote on the topics for future shows and other things. We have more coming for Lore Seekers. We just can't really talk about it at the moment. We should probably, though, just mention briefly, what is Adepticon?
Adepticon is one of the largest tabletop war game conventions in the entire world. I know they humbly brag that they are the biggest. That maybe the biggest in America.
Well, I don't know. They have over 1,000 game sessions and events across 40K, Age of Sigmar, Star Wars, Marvel Crisis Protocol, BattleTech, Horus Heresy, you name it.
Yeah, they have a ton. I will say that they are one of the largest Warhammer focused. Actually, I think they are the largest Warhammer focused conventions in America. Like, just hands down, they are the largest. It is a massive, massive tournament. There are so many games, as Ross said. There are tournaments for all sorts of games. You get previews of all sorts of different game systems. We're going to focus on Warhammer specifically, and this is going to be one of the rare instances you hear us talk about our lack of knowledge of AOS.
That's true. That's true. Unfortunately, I mean, the models, I'll say this, the models for AOS are amazing. And I like some of the concepts and stuff, but I kind of bounced hard off the lore, unfortunately, for me. So I really can't get into it on that basis, but the miniatures look amazing.
I will agree on the miniatures looking great. I buy them primarily for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So, also, I have a Daughters of Cain army, as well as a Demons of Khorne and Demons of Slaanesh army, which are exclusive to AOS, because I have 4 different Demons of Slaanesh army.
We have a comment from Vault Boy 1300. By the way, great seeing you, Vault Boy. Love that. I'm a big Fallout fan right here. He says, I am Lore Seeker's biggest AOS defender. Well, awesome. So again, come join the Lore Seekers. You could talk to people about AOS, which you couldn't really talk to me about. So
they're probably in there already. Knowing Vault Tech, they're everywhere. Ross, here's a serious question for you. What company do you think is more evil, Vault Tech or Umbrella?
Oof. That's a tough call. That's a really tough call. Damn. I think I might have to give it to Vault-Tec at the end of the day, but just they're so heinous.
Yeah, I would give it to Vault-Tec as well, assuming they drop the bombs. But I think Vault-Tec's Fallout's lore does state that, well, it doesn't state it, but it's implied that it's the Chinese that do it.
Well, it's blamed on the Chinese.
Yeah, regardless, it's blamed on them.
I think it's actually the Enclave. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. Okay, me and you are on the same page when it comes to the Enclave. I think they did it too. And I think the vice president was trying to stop it, and that's why he got assassinated in Fallout 76.
Okay, well,
anyway,
we could turn this into a Fallout lore.
Speaking of, Adepticon actually has Fallout. What is it called? Fallout. The second release, the second edition of Fallout's tabletop game is coming out at Adepticon as well, I believe.
That's true. Well, go ahead.
I'm probably going to miss my opportunity to buy Liberty Prime again. I missed them the first time I was there. I could have bought Liberty Prime, and I was like, I'll get it when it comes to my store. And it never did. And I was mad. And I could have bought it at Adepticon. I was there. It was there. I should have bought it, and I didn't.
I should so for 40K, so for excuse me, for Warhammer fans, let's put it that way. Adepticon means three big things. First of all, massive tournaments. There is the Warhammer 40,000 Championship has been expanded up to around 400 seats this year, which is huge. So it's a serious focal point for competitive play. Then there's the Golden Demon painting competition, and obviously that's the top tier painting event for Games Workshop. It runs the award ceremony will be at the very end of Adepticon. And then the last thing is they have what we're going to talk about tonight, which is a dedicated Warhammer preview show from Games Workshop, which is, I think, the very first day of Adepticon.
Yep, it's on Wednesday, which means next Wednesday will be, well, depending on the time zone, we're going to try to cover it live, hopefully.
Yeah. I would think that would be, I think that'd be really, really cool. And we have a comment here from Micah, who says, so Alexis, how does it feel knowing that your fanfic of Angron versus Gazgul for avenging Yarrick is never going to happen?
You know, I have a funny story about this, Ross. I have a really funny story. Apparently, I've always had this power and never knew it. The day I gave away my metal Yarrick, he was announced.
Oh no!
The exact day.
Oh no!
Actually, I think it was the next day, but still close enough that I'm calling it the day of. It was within that 24 hours.
Oh my god!
I gave away my metal Yarrick and I traded it to my buddy Helgi, and I traded him my 2 rogue trader commissars, a commissar with a bolt gun and a commissar with a las gun. And I traded him all of that, and I was going to give it to him, and he's just like, hey, I have an extra keeper of secrets. And I was like, well, okay, then I guess I need another one. And I traded it to him for that. And then I get home, I sit down on my butt, and I'm just like, oh, hey, look, a new thing from Warhammer. Oh, a new animation. Oh, this probably has to do with like the new Sisters of Battle animation, which is fantastic, by the way. I sit down, and it's Yarrick, and I'm just like, oh, you bitch!
No!
How long have I had this power, Ross? It was in my hands. I could have just said, get rid of him years ago, and we would have had Yarrick back.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Well, the good news is because Yarrick is alive. That's one of the things we have seen.
So
I'm assuming, I'm assuming this is in the current era. I'm assuming they're not doing a flashback or anything like a historical look at Armageddon. But if it is in the current timeline, that implies certain things. One of which is, I think, one of our favorite bits that we're hoping will be reborn in the lore is that the orcs have their power of belief. And Yarrick, in my headcanon, is kept alive by the orcs wanting a rematch between him and Gazgul.
You know what? One of my favorite memes immediately, like within 10 minutes, came out, and it's Gazgul just being like, "You're as beautiful as the day I lost you."
And I'm from just like, How to Train Your Dragon. Nice.
Yep. And I'm just like, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh man. So I personally believe that Yarrick, it might be get rid of your Trazine model. I need to buy a Trazine model and get rid of it.
Yeah, Ricky Chapman, quick, Alexis, get rid of your Trazine models.
I might have one. I have to dig through my bits. But I have a theory about how Yarrick survived. The easiest one is that he knew he was going to be needed in the future. Thus, he put himself into stasis. The second is Yarrick is rich enough to actually afford rejuvenate treatment. Just flat out, he can get it. And he wouldn't even be in the top, 10 oldest humans in the galaxy. Like, even at 500 plus years old, he wouldn't make that list.
Well,
actually, he might be in the top 5.
But
still.
he should be ancient, but again, I'm very hopeful. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hopeful that it's going to be the power of belief, and the orcs are just like willing him to remain alive.
Here's how it could happen. Yarrick died a long time ago while pursuing Gazgul. Okay? But the Great Green spit out his ship with him still alive on it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, that has to be it.
Also, his video does show Steel Legion, which I'm excited to see them come back and get a new box.
It sort of does. It shows Kriegers.
No, I'm pretty sure those are Steel Legion.
They're in the blue, not the tan.
Well, we'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna stand by my statement. I believe they are Armageddon Steel Legion, and I think they
are. Like 100%, I think they are, but they focused on the current characters that are shown, like the current ones that have models. I think we're going to get an Armageddon Steel Legion kill team. I think that's what the kill team announcement is.
So one of the reasons why we're doing the show, just so everybody knows, Games Workshop has locked in a 2-hour Warhammer preview at Adepticon this year, which is a chunky amount of screen time. That is longer. That's longer than they usually do. So they're going to have a lot of announcements. That's what I'm expecting anyway. Some big stuff coming down the pipe. That's what I think is true. Do you want to know what the biggest rumor is, Alexis?
What?
11th edition. Warhammer 40K 11th edition.
Yes. I think it's pretty obvious that we're about to go into 11th edition. I think the 11th edition box set is going to be Armageddon Steel Legion versus Wezdaka Gunsmech Speed Freaks.
Well, there have been, so currently the rumors are there's going to be Space Marines versus Orcs, but you might be true. We know that there's been a lot of Orcs. They teased a lot of Orc models in March. That's this month for anybody who's not aware of when we're doing the show. At the moment, it is currently March 18th. So the models they teased was a new War Boss, a Grot, a chunky Power Claw, and what might be some kind of custom Orc cannon. And they promised an even bigger reveal, quote unquote, at Adepticon, which I'm guessing might be Gorkanaut or something along those lines.
Okay, so I'm just going to bring this up really quickly so we can add it to the stage so we can actually see what the previews are going to be about primarily. We know it's going to be Warhammer 40K.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's cool. Our predictions are 11th edition, new orcs. They're going to replace a bunch of their older kits, like the bikes. I think the bikes are their oldest kit currently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. They're going to bring back some characters. We know that. And they're going to come out with some kill teams for them, probably. Then we have Age of Sigmar. And from what I understand about Age of Sigmar, and it is so little, I think it's going to be Fire Slayers and some type of elf. Do not quote me on this. All I got going for this is this picture right here. And I know that there's another picture that is a Fire Slayer.
I've got some rumors on that too when we get to that part.
Then we got Warhammer the Horus Heresy, which I'm hoping they announce an FAQ. I don't care about miniatures at this point. I want miniatures, don't get me wrong, especially if they come out with some new aircraft for Soul Auxilia. Or some new kits for Soul Auxilia, because that's the only... Them and the Sisters of Silence are the only things I care about in the Heresy currently. Because I have 25,000 points of Dark Angels. I'm good on things for now for them.
Oh, Dark Angels for Horus Heresy are the best.
Yeah, they are. Kill team, I think it's going to be very clear cut. It has to be the Armageddon Steel Legion.
I'm gonna say I think it might actually be Orcs. It might be Mega Knobs.
I could see it as Mans. That'd be cool. Mega Armored Knobs, Mans. I will forever hold that should be their nickname.
It's pure.
Never.
Go
ahead. It has never stuck, and I've been saying this since 4th edition. It has yet to stick, but one day it'll catch on.
Yeah, it's to be clear. A lot what Alexis and I are talking about is speculation. Like neither one of us are plugged in to Games Workshop directly. Neither one of us has a secret landline to call and find out what Kevin Roundtree is thinking about for the future. We are purely speculating based on internet rumors and whispers and what people are talking about and what we think based on our experience is likely.
I do know one thing. Games Workshop does inherently look at the current army I'm playing and nerf the ever-living crap out of it.
just for you, Alexis.
Me. Strictly me. They have to unnerf my Keepers of Secrets, and I'm mad. Then we have Warhammer Underworld, which, regardless of what it is for Warhammer Underworld, I'm excited because it's great for D&D. And I play a lot of D&D, and I play a lot of role-playing games, as I said before. Warhammer Fantasy is primarily what I buy it for. And I'm just excited for Underworlds. I got Knife Monkey. That was one of the best Underworld teams ever.
Well,
I don't know the team, but Knife Monkey.
We need to bring you on to the Lorebeards and Role-Playing channel to talk about D&D sometime. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'm totally down for that.
So if I may, I'd like to hey, Alexis, you should play Craft World, says Dragon 240. Just saying.
Weirdly enough, they are not a threat in my current meta. And since this is a topic that I know a lot about, I do want to talk about the current state of the meta of Warhammer 40k 10th edition. Right now, we are having a problem with Necrons. They did get hit on the last FAQ, but they only got side graded. So there's still a lot that they're probably, in my opinion, Necrons are probably going to take Adepticon, or at least have an overwhelming showing at Adepticon. That's where I'm sitting at.
I do see a comment I'd like to address really quick.
Yep.
Lord Vorin says Krieg started as a kill team as well. This is incorrect, I'm afraid, my friend. There was a Imperial armor book called The Siege of Vrax.
Oh, I think he means for current edition.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Go off, he said Krieg started as a kill team, which is wrong. Someone on the internet is wrong, Alexis. I must address this.
You must tell our bot that he is wrong.
I must, because there was a Forge World book called The Siege of Vrax. And in The Siege of Vrax, that's where the Krieg came from. That was their first appearance. Vorn is saying, yeah, I meant to say the Krieg refresh. Yeah, I get you, Lord Vorn. I see you, buddy. I see you.
Actually, the original showing of the Kriegers started out in a white dwarf, and it was an alt color scheme for the Armageddon Shield Legion.
Oh my god.
And it predates the Siege of Vrax.
Oh my god. We're gonna go into comic book guy voice. Oh my god. Worst impression ever.
You know, he's like the only character on The Simpsons that has a happy story.
Oh well, I mean, Simpsons. I'm so far behind on Simpsons lore. Like, don't ask me like who's got a happy story. I really don't know.
Anywho.
Yeah, my goodness. All right. So to go back to the 11th edition thing for a bit, here's my predictions for the 11th edition thing. I think what we will see is some form of cinematic trailer, probably.
Cinnamon trailer.
I think there's probably going to be, I'm guessing, Space Marines versus Orcs, because it's always Space Marines.
If it is going to be Space Marines versus Orcs, at least make it Blood Angels.
Well, I think we're going to see Vanguard veterans, a jump pack chaplain, and possibly some new Primaris units. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh my god, can we get the Primaris with the freaking las cannons finally?
And then I think, we've got the on the other side, we get the War Boss, Grots, maybe a new Runt Herder, Knobs, Storm Boys, bikes. I think you hit the nail on the head that the bikes definitely need a refresh. And then then whatever that big thing is that they're teasing, which I'm assuming is a Gorkanaut, but it may be something else.
So my theory is still that it's Wesdaka Gunsmack. It and Ludas. I see. Oh, whoop. I see you. I see you.
Zero Dynu says, please update the fucking Ludus.
I can tell everyone this, since this is an odd number edition, this means that it's going to be a 10.5 edition, which means there's not going to be too much change to the core rulebook. There'll probably just be tweaks and things that'll change the way the game is currently played, but not to an extent like 7th to 8th edition or from 8th to 10th edition. There are jumps, and usually the jumps in editions are every other edition. I see you, Vault Boy, still no Psychic Phase. I personally think Psychic Phase should have just been rolled into Command Phase, but that's just me. Like, that way, everyone who even doesn't have Psychers could get command abilities, so it would make a more cohesive army, but that's just me.
I think we're both predicting that it's going to be an iterative update rather than a full overhaul of the game.
Yep.
So that your 10th edition codexes are probably still usable. That's what I think I believe that's where we're seeing the future there.
If nothing else, we might get full indexes at the beginning. Now, there are some things that might be removed from the game going forward. And Chaos Daemons are probably getting not a codex. Let's just put it that way. Chaos Daemons, in the current way that GW has been selling them, has been very odd because they are the only army that's still in all 4 games. And they've slowly been removing demons as a playable faction with just removing certain units until the fans were just like, where the hell are our chariots of Slanesh? They're not playable in anything. And then GW's like, fine, you can have them, but we're not producing them. And we know that the chariots are probably going to go away. We know that some of the lesser demons are probably going to get kill teamed with a herald with them. This is a rumor. This is a theory. This is not something that is guaranteed. This is not me saying this is going to happen. This is me saying, based on current sales records and the way GW does things for sales, it only makes sense that they're going to make unique demons for Age of Sigmar and 40k. And Age of Sigmar has its unique demons. So we're going to start slowly seeing demons get rolled back. 30k Horus Heresy has the Runestorm demons, which can be its own faction. And then we're going to get things like the 40k demons, which are going to be called something different, probably like Maelstrom demons, if I had to pick a name for them. So yeah, I expect that the kill teams in the future going into 11th edition are going to be 4 unique god aligned demons that have a herald built into them. And then we're still going to have some of the heralds, but a lot of them are just going to be discontinued. Unfortunately, the Transweaver.
I like Lord Vorin here saying, I would do terrible things for a Grey Knights refresh. I am also a Grey Knights enthusiast. I would love to see a refresh of the line with Primaris, what's the word? Proportions. Yes. You know? I would like to see them Primarist, if you will, for the Grey Knights, because I'm a big Grey Knight fan. So there's that.
So funny thing about the Grey Knights, we can see in the current box sets that have like a 45% discount on them, which I think Grey Knights have one of the largest discounted boxes. GW has been trying to get rid of Grey Knights for a very long time. They're having a very hard time getting rid of Grey Knights. If those boxes were to just disappear, like completely sell out, we would get the refresh. But right now, GW is sitting on so much overstock of them that they're just like, yeah, whatever. We don't need them.
Yeah, that's my I've heard from numerous people that Grey Knights are not a very popular army. So no. There's that. And what would you like to talk about next, Alexis? What section would you like to go for next?
Okay, so there is something I do want to show. And I want to show you the preview video.
The preview video. This I have not seen.
Yeah, this I thought was really cool, and I just need to find it. And of course, it's missing. There it is. Okay, so I need to put this on stage, and I need to make sure this is low because I don't want YouTube demonetizing this video and, killing us. So if it's too loud, chat, please tell me. But I'm trying to keep it low on purpose. I will turn it up just a bit. Let's go with that.
Honestly, the sound probably isn't that big a deal for this one. I don't know, unless they say things out loud. Oh, look at he's got a couple of knights there. Well, that's way too loud.
What the?
Super loud.
Sorry.
Eddie! Adam?
Wow.
Do you like my new jacket? Does that say
You notice all the
Armageddon
patches.
on that? I've got one for you. Come on, it's a long way to the preview.
Yeah, it would be driving from, England. It would be exceptionally difficult to drive.
Yeah, that would be difficult.
So the patches on his jacket are the big deal there then.
Yes.
Okay.
So if we look on the back of it, hang on. Let me remove this, then stop sharing this, and then go to this, and then go to share screen again, because that's how this works for some reason.
Yay, StreamYard.
Yeah. We can see the back of his jacket has the evil sun on it.
Orcs.
Just flat out, biggest thing on his jacket is the evil suns.
Now, is that the Cult of Speed, the Wazdraka guys? The guy you're is suspecting?
I forget if Westdaka Gunsmack is a. Hang on, let me look that up really quickly, because I haven't looked up Westdaka in so long because he's been, irrelevant. Westdaka Gunsmack. He is.
He's Evil Sons. He's Evil Sons.
Yeah, he's a Evil Sun speed freak.
So there you go.
Sure.
So maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to be Westdaka.
So the motorcycle. Okay, the motorcycle is big in this. Yep. There are no missed thingies. So now this video is muted at this point, right?
Right.
You can't hear it.
Right.
So right off rip, we're looking at the preview itself. We have the Primarch Space Marine helmet, which is really cool.
I have one back there.
Yep. Up top, we have a Contemptor Dreadnought. This is a Joy Toy figure. Then we have the Joy Toy Baal Predator, which is really cool.
Another Blood Angel sign, by the way.
Yep. 2 Blood Angels up here, by the way. Then we have this guy on the table. That is a Space Wolf.
Is it a Space Wolf? Is it a Joy Toy?
Yeah, you can see the Space Wolf Contemptor Dreadnought, and you can tell it's a Space Wolf because 1, the runes on the leg, and 2, the wolf on the wolf pelt.
True. Yeah.
Then, if we look over here, we have Admech with not Admech. Oh my God! So, not Sol Exilia.
Astra Militarum.
Yeah. We got there. We did it. But on the table, if you look very closely, are new bikes.
Ah, interesting. I'm not sure I would read too much into every little piece of the background material here, because an Ultramarines helmet. I mean, come on, it's Games Workshop. You know they're going to have Ultramarines. It's going to happen. Yep. I don't know about that. I don't know if everything in here is relevant, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. I grant you that.
But yeah, it's all bikes here. I don't know if this is the brand new kit of bikes, but there are new bikes. Well, there are bikes being painted here. They're also showing off the Warhammer paints, the new ones, where they changed its name from Citadel to Warhammer.
That's right. Yeah, RIP Citadel paints. They've been around for a very, very, very long time.
Now, the patches on the front, we have Sola Exilia right there. We have Blood Angels up here. We have Astra Militarum up here. We have another Astra Militarum over here.
I'm not sure that's what that is, but it might be.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on this one being Astra Militarum, but it does share some iconography. This one might actually be the kill team.
Right. That makes a lot more sense.
This thing I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. But then he turns. We see it more in the front. If any of you lore seekers know AOS lore, please tell me what that is. I think it's AOS. I'm pretty sure it's AOS. Also, I'm really hoping that I could buy these patches because I would. Because I think that is the Fire Slayer symbol. Plot twist, it was Alpharius all along.
Fire Slayers are probably when we talk about Age of Sigmar, I'll talk a little bit about the Fire Slayers.
Yeah.
So Cities of Sigmar, I think, is one of them.
Ooh, that could be Cities of Sigmar.
Blood Angels, Evil Sons, Fire Slayers, maybe some Lumineth, possibly on his jacket.
There's a patch on the other side of him. We can also see the Blood Angel symbol here. And then this one here is isn't that the symbol for
that might be Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't think anybody's identified all the patches yet. I did a little bit of research on this before the show, and it doesn't seem like people know all the patches. So there's the Blood Angels ones.
I'm still not sure what this one is.
Yeah, me neither. It is not immediately recognizable to me what that is.
It looks like some kind of hive symbol, like symbology for 40k.
Yeah, Necromunda, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe Necromunda, but it doesn't. Ooh, that would be cool if they put the Necromunda gangs as kill teams finally. We have the Solo Exilia pin or patch, and then one of the other ones is this one. I don't know what that is. I know it's Age of Sigmar.
Somebody's saying in the chat saying Iron Warriors and Mechanicus. Okay, so I do have some theories about Iron Warriors being part of the 40k, or at least the Horus Heresy side. But I don't know. Or Mechanicus maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I just can't identify it. It's a little unusual to me, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I like this. I like the fact that the Games Workshop is teasing us in some interesting ways, right? Like they're not just phoning it in.
Yeah, no, they're definitely saying something about 11th edition. I think 11th edition is going to have more focus on speed, which could be really cool, but I'm really curious about it. Because I have this hope and dream that GW will eventually go back to the 6x4 tables, because then we have more room for things and it's not such a close combat army winning everything game.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Well, that's cool. Would you like to dive into Kill Team a little bit?
So Kill Team as a game, or Kill Team as what we expect?
Kill Team is what we expect, because there is you showed the roadmap, and on the roadmap there's a Kill Team emblem, and Kill Team is definitely 40k.
So when it comes to Kill Team, what I'm expecting, well, okay, there's my pipe dreams that'll never come true because GW wants to keep the setting separate, and then there's what I want to happen. So for Kill Team, I would love to see an actual, like, another Inquisitorial warband. Probably won't happen. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have some Mega Armored Knobs as a new Kill Team. We're probably going to have some Ludas led by a new mech, because the small mech does come with 4 Ludas. So it does stand to reason that we'd get new Ludas as a Kill Team.
Well, I think it's very likely that either Storm Boys or Mega Armor Knobs will be a Kill Team, and not and either they'll be in the 11th edition box, or they'll be in Kill Team.
Oh,
one of those.
Please give us new Storm Boys. The Storm Boy model sucks. I hate painting that damn thing.
So that would be the buy the box, buy the 11th edition box, and then buy the Kill Team for an expansion. That would be the strategy, I think. But there are underrepresented factions in Kill Team that haven't been seen, and we don't have Leagues of Votan as a Kill Team. We have like one, but we need more.
There's 2.
Is there 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Ogrins and Catachans are a perfect Kill Team idea. Tau Auxiliaries.
Oh my god, I want to see Drukhari, Court of the Archon.
Maybe some kind of spiritual successor to Space Hulk with like Gene Stealers and Blood Angels.
That could be cool. Although I feel so bad for Space Hulk because it is a game that has never sold well.
True. So we did have a Kill Team release actually this year. We had it in February, which was Shadowhunt, which was the Celestians and the Murder Wing, Sisters of Battle and Night Lords. were the two opposing forces there. And they were part of a thing called Tomb World Garanox, which is, I think, the setting that they're involved in. And that's also where Gene Stealers and Blood Angels could be doing things.
Oh my God. Give us something like completely out of left field. We're returning to Armageddon. Give us Diganobs.
Oh, you want something out of left field, do you?
Yes.
One of the rumors that has been around for a very long time is that one of the most likely Kill Team first faction introductions is Exodites. That's what people are speculating. I don't think
that would
so.
be so cool.
It would absolutely blow my mind, and that's why I'm like, I don't think so. I don't, life is just not that good to me.
you want to sell out a Warhammer box instantaneously? Diganobs versus Exodites.
So Leagues of Votann started as a Kill Team, and then had a full release. So just suggesting that's a possibility. And then the last, I think possibly the most credible rumor is Grey Knights versus World Eaters. And I'm saying that, obviously, why am I saying it's the most credible? It's one I saw a lot of people talking about, but I'm biased for Grey Knights.
I mean, yeah, Grey Knights versus World Eaters, because World Eaters right now only have the Jackals and the cosplayers. I can't remember their names. I've nicknamed them the cosplayers. That's what they are. So they have two kill teams.
Well, the official Warhammer Instagram has dropped Grey Knights versus World Eaters artwork, seemingly with no explanation, at random. And so everybody's like, oh, it's Kill Team. It's going to be the new Kill Team. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there as like, this is something people are talking about and why. But I think, let's put it this way. I believe there's going to be at least one. I think we can count on at least one Kill Team box set revealed.
Yes, it has to be a box set, and it's going to be a versus box set.
And possibly two. Like, I think it's possible that they could talk about two box sets.
Two box sets. Ooh.
Two, possibly two. I'm going to say at least one, 1 to 2.
For like the first time in Games Workshop's history, Kill Team is actually being played. Which you and I both know that Kill Team historically was not balanced and was a terrible design for the longest time. And it had its ups and downs, but most of the time it was just horribly unbalanced and at best fun. But nowadays, Kill Team is actually played and enjoyed. Like, factions seem for the most part balanced, and there are updates to it often. So it feels like it's in the best spot than it's ever been.
I'm an old man. I played Kill Team when it was a White Dwarf article. I played it when it was in the back of the 4th edition codex, 4th edition rulebook. Anybody remember that? When it was actually bundled in with the rulebook for 4th edition. I've been playing Kill Team a long time. I am not sure if I would like the newest version or not, because I haven't seen what it looks like. But the edition that was before this one, I played a few times and did like it. I did enjoy it. So.
Funny enough, back in 7th edition, I played my Grey Knights as a kill team, and they were ungodly overpowered. They were so busted.
Them and Custodes, they were very, very strong. I played an Eldar kill team in the last one, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Kill Team, I think. We've covered Kill Team.
Yeah, for the most part.
What's the next thing you would like to talk about?
So I want to talk about some Warhammer Underworld. As weird as this is to say, I really like Warhammer Underworld, not as a game, as a I don't know the game mechanics, so I can't comment on the game itself. But what I can say is I'm really excited for it for modeling purposes.
There's some cool looking models, big cool looking models. Spiky Bits has a really good page for Warhammer Underworld models to look at for the new and rumored edition releases.
Because I'm constantly buying Underworld teams. Sorry. Ugh. I'm not breathing properly apparently, and I'm just yawning a lot. Go me. But when it comes to Underworlds, I really like it. I like the setting of it. I like how quick the games are for the most part from what I've seen, but the models are where I'm at.
Micah asks, Underworld is like Kill Team for Age of Sigmar, right? I think we should probably briefly define both Kill Team and Underworlds.
So sorta. Because okay, it's complicated, but yes, kinda. Kill Team in itself is a you buy a team and that's your entire team. You don't get anything else aside from that team. And it's a very small board that you play on. I think it's 22 by 15 inches because it's 1/4 the size of a standard board size. And in it, you set up a bunch of terrain. Each person operates independently and you shoot each other or you punch each other, depending on your army. But Underworlds is played on a hexagramical mat. And
I think you mean hexagonal.
Hexagonal. I said hexagramal. I'm thinking Dark Angels.
Yeah, that's what I was just like. Wait a minute. Hexagonal,
not hexagrammaton. Anyway, you're not summoning demons or banishing them when you play the miniatures. But it is played more like it is still a skirmish game. But it has cards along with it that have abilities and your units and everything like that. It's very different. I will say that. I've seen a couple of people play it, and to me it was confusing, but I've never played before. I never sat down and tried to learn it. All I know is I like minis, and I buy minis, and then I paint minis, and then I put them on my shelf forever.
So Kill Team, I could talk about Kill Team. Kill Team is a Warhammer 40k skirmish game. It's where each player you control like a handful of elite operatives instead of a full army. It focuses on, tight objective-driven scenarios, alternating activations, as opposed to 40k's, I think, you go, I go system.
Yeah.
It uses very dense terrain. It's designed to be faster and more tactical than full 40k with teams and operatives and campaigns. It's kind of meant to do like these little covert ops style stories, but that's essentially what Kill Team is, I think. You got any comments on that, Alexis?
No, that's absolutely correct.
And Underworlds is similar, but it's got the hex-based arena, like she said, and there's pre-built or deck-built stacks of power cards and objective cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it has pretty strict scoring and timing, if I'm not mistaken.
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right. Okay. Honestly, the using cards and decks and stuff loses me right off the bat. I'm sorry. I'm an old man. I don't want cards, and get your cards out of my miniature war game.
Oh my God, you are not going to like the game I designed.
Well, I mean, you never know. One of these days somebody will bring me around. I didn't like deck builders until I played Sentinels of the Multiverse. So there's that. And I didn't like there's other games that I didn't like until I played one that I did like, and then I was like, oh, okay, now I get it, right?
Yeah.
So
also, everyone, if you want to support the channel, you could use super chats. It's a good way of helping us, supporting us, and everything that we do here. It'll also get you a chance to like ask a burning question that you have or whatever.
Yeah, and if you happen to like our brand of deep dives into the grim darkness of the far future, help us spread the heresy to other algorithms by doing a like and subscribe, because it will help us out. Yep. All right. So that's Kill Team, and that's Underworlds, I think.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to get an animation for the new Kill Team as well.
Oh,
that's been the thing for Kill Team, is really, really, really cool animations.
Yeah, I will admit to everyone listening to the sound of my voice right now, I do not have a Warhammer Plus subscription. I only catch the animations when they're released on YouTube. So I'm probably missing like a lot of really cool CG little shorts. So
I mean, I rewatched old Baelai today because I was just like, Man, Yarrick coming back. I want to hear the orcs talk about Yarrick again.
I agree. That'd be a lot of fun. So what is the next? Where would you like to go next? Would you like?
Let's pivot back to the Horus Heresy.
Oh, okay. Yes. Horus Heresy is one of my favorite eras of 40K, and it's second edition Horus Heresy was one of my favorite games, period. I am pretty sure we're going to have some sort of trailer because Horus Heresy has been absent for previews. I don't know, the New Year preview, right, which we had a few months ago, that had the Custodes. It had some Legionis Astartes war machines. Here's what I think we're going to see, but I don't know for sure. This is very much obviously speculation, but the number one faction people are hoping to see more of in the Horus Heresy are the Iron Warriors.
Oh, I was going to say Dark Mechanicum.
Well, I mean, Dark Mechanicum is big. Like, a lot of people are waiting for that too. But the New Year's preview show explicitly teased Iron Warriors as being something that's coming in the near future. And since we don't think they're going to be in the 11th edition box, they might be, but we don't think that they will be. Then the next most logical place to put them would be in the Horus Heresy. So, new Iron Warriors infantry characters, siege equipment, maybe. Possibly. Those are some things we might see.
I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not going to be Iron Warriors for it, because Iron Warriors just got teased for 40K with the new Defilers, War Engines, what are they called? Mutilators, and all of that being Iron Warriors.
And the
But that could just, and the Warsmith. But that could just be build up for the Heresies versions of it as well.
Well, if it's not something that they show for 11th edition, maybe it's for Horus Heresy. This is why we're speculating. We don't know. Like, it's quite possible it could be the other way around, that maybe they're doing orcs for Horus Heresy, which would be freaking wild.
No, they would never do that.
Oh, you never know.
That is true.
You never. They've shocked us before, Alexis.
That is true.
It also might just be, to be clear, it might be Iron Warrior stuff for Legionis Astartes, the epic scale version.
Yeah, which would, yeah, because they do put them both under the banner of Warhammer, the Horus Heresy. And if they do some epic stuff, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to actually just be like, cool, nothing, next.
Well, I think they might have some new war machines for Legionis Astartes at the very minimum. At the bare minimum, it'll be some more Legionis Astartes stuff. They did just publish a Journal Tactica book for it. So another rumor is that it could be a Mechanicus Knight, like a mid-sized knight, somewhere between an Armiger and a full-size knight.
They just did that for 40K. Yeah.
I mean, it's a persistent rumor. So, but this would be a Mechanicum Knight, obviously, for the Horus Heresy.
Actual Mechanicum Knight would be really cool. I would like the Makara to actually get a proper plastic miniature.
It might be a new Liber supplements or Liber book, which covers a particular faction. Because Legio Custodes just got their Liber book announced at the New Year 2026 event. So it's possibly some sort of underserved traitor or loyalist legion that might get their own book next. And some people, some leakers, specifically people that are known to be leaking information, they are speculating that Perturabo might get a new plastic model.
Yo, good old Pro Turbo, let's go.
And it might be potentially one of those that's shared between Horus Heresy and 40K, or it might just be him in a new, maybe it's his demon form, or maybe it's just a new version of his existing model, which isn't awesome. Let's be clear.
Oh, they have to do Demon Mortarians still.
Well, Demon Mortarians in 40K.
Well, no, because in Horus Heresy, they have the 4 Ascended Primarchs. They have all their demon forms already in the Horus Heresy game. So the current ones that they have released is Angron and Fulgrim. I have Fulgrim on top of my shelf over there. They still need to release Magnus and Mortarion.
As the demon versions.
Yes, they probably won't do the ones that are non-demon yet, like Pro Turbo wasn't a demon yet. Unless they just retcon his lore and just be like, yeah, he actually turned into a demon at the end.
Okay, so this next rumor is one that I think is going to blow your damn mind.
All right. If it's what I hope it is.
So there was a rumor engine post from October 28th of 2025. And in this rumor engine post, it showed a chaos adjacent image and a caption that cut off mid-sentence saying, wait, maybe it's Battlefleet. And it just cut off.
Don't do this to me. Don't give me hope.
So
if there is Battlefleet Gothic, I would lose my absolute shit. I would throw so much goddamn money at that game.
You and me both.
Especially if they do it in the correct size. And I'm not talking those little stupid ships. I want them in the size of Star Wars Armada ships where they were like this big and you could actually see all the detail.
So the rumor engines are usually breadcrumbs that lead to reveals months down the road. And usually 5 months after October is Adepticon.
Oh, you are giving me that hope.
So there's also Votan fleet art was slipped into a recent codex. Mm-hmm. So this is classic Games Workshop mischief. They dangle a Chaos 40K flavored visual. They bury space naval breadcrumbs, and then they do that phrase, Battlefleet, and see what people say. The rumor is that it's going to be like Legiones Astartes. They're going to put it in the Horus Heresy, but
oh god damn it.
That is the reaction of anybody who's been asked about it. So hopefully Games Workshop will take a note and be like, no, it's not just Horus Heresy. It's actually Battlefleet Gothic, because if it's just Horus Heresy, you only have two fleets. You have Chaos and you have. But yeah. I mean, you actually canonically
you could have the Votan. They were there.
It would be difficult to do justice to Battlefleet Gothic with all the different fleets if they put it in Horus Heresy. That's all I'm saying.
God, it's the thing that keeps the new Epic game from actually being good, is that it's set in Horus Heresy.
Lord Vorn says, my God, Ross, if they brought back Battlefleet Gothic, I would go bankrupt.
Yeah. But I will say this right now. If it is set in Battlefleet Gothic, actually make it Crusade era Battlefleet Gothic. Like the newest set, like not Crusade, sorry, Indominus Crusade.
There you go. That's what now we're talking. Yeah.
If they did that, I would throw all of my money at them and just be like, here, I'll sell you feet picks too for more models. If they said it during the Heresy, I'm not buying a single model.
So the meme for me would be if they do a Indominus Crusade era Battlefleet Gothic, the meme would be Ross looking at the announcement with the word blue and saying, I will never financially recover from this.
You and me both.
Because I would throw so much money. I'd be like, oh my God, give me all the ships.
I would actually have a true fleet of like hundreds of ships.
So this is the new Battlefleet Gothic is just a rumor, but it is
it's always been a rumor, though. It's always a rumor. Every single announcement, we're sitting here like, print Battlefleet Gothic, and GW's like, nah, make Exodites, nah.
Well, you only need a handful of kits to make a 40K era version of Battlefleet Gothic. You need one battleship, one cruiser, one escort, and one light cruiser for each of the main factions to get it off the ground, just to start.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not that much to ask. That's 4 ships per faction. And then
it's not even that bad. They have all of the ships' visuals in Battlefleet Gothic too. Would you take a wild guess at what the largest concern is about this rumor? That it's set in Horus Heresy.
Absolutely. There is a lot of people who are like, it's just going to be Marines on Marines without the Necrons, the Eldar, the Tau, the Tyranids. There's people saying I would immediately buy a Necron fleet and an Imperial Navy fleet but I will spend zero money, like you just said, spend zero money if it's just Space Marines v Space Marines.
Well, that's the whole reason I don't play Adeptus Titanicus or whatever the new game is called. Hang on, let me actually get the actual name of that damn
Legiones Astartes?
Yes. Other games. Yeah. Yes. Legiones Astartes. Legions Imperialis.
Legions Imperialis. Yeah, thank you. That's the right one. I was wrong. You're right. It's Legiones Imperialis. So to be clear, it's a long shot, but it is one of the most wanted of all the Warhammer 40K communities long shots. And I'm here for it because I'm such a big fan. So maybe not, but God, it would be nice.
Right now, it makes total sense for GW to release this. Like a few years ago, it wouldn't make sense for GW to release Battlefleet Gothic because it would be competing with Star Wars X-Wing and Armada. Although Armada wasn't really a competition. Armada was pretty much dead on launch. I love the system. I think it's great. I have all the ships. I love it. But now there is no X-Wing anymore. It's gone. Like, X-Wing is dead. GW. There is a whole host of tabletop players that like spaceships. Take their money.
Well,
I like that we have to advocate for a $4 billion company to actually make more money.
Well, they're actually $7 billion last I checked.
Oh, dang it. I was off by a few billion.
Well, this is, market valuation being what it is. This Adepticon feels a little extra important. They've got that 2-hour window. Their Games Workshop's confirmed that it's attending UK Games Expo for the first time this year. Mm-hmm. So that's that would be it would align with the strategy of a tease at Adepticon and then like showing actual models at the Games Expo.
Oh, they better not do that whole thing they did with fucking what was it? The Warhammer game that's coming out, Warhammer Total War, the 40K Total War, where they're like, and come back next week for our announcement about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's anyway. Got a super chat. Skylar Martin, thank you so much for helping us out today. It says, "Rip Star Wars Armada, my beloved."
Look. If you look up there, you can barely see it, but my Super Star Destroyer is up there, and it watches my Hierophant and my Hero Duel, and it sits there because it can't fit in any box. And I absolutely love that game. It was so much fun when I was playing it, and I had a ton of fun playing it, and I loved it. And it's poof, gone. No one plays it here. I haven't played that game in 5 years. I'm sad.
I haven't played Battlefleet Gothic in a very, very long time, so I'm also scared. I'm also like sad. So should we talk about Age of Sigmar?
Yes. How little do we know about Age of Sigmar?
So the community rumors are that it's going to be either Fire Slayers, which we have seen the patch on the guy's jacket for Fire Slayers, so it seems very likely, or the Ogre Maw tribes.
Okay, I know them.
Or both.
Ogre dwarves.
These are the two most anticipated factions. They're both kind of late in the current update cycle for Age of Sigmar. The Ogre rumors are particularly extensive because there's been reports that there's 3 new heroes on the way: a unique Tyrant, a unique Butcher, a unique Man-Eater, plus possibly refreshes for Hunters, Morfangs, Iron Guts, and Gluttons, which would be described as a huge refresh if it were to happen. So
these are words.
Fire Slayers are similarly expected to get a significant update. And again, with the patch on the guy's jacket, makes me think that is probably where it's going.
GW really likes shirtless, like muscular men. It happens a lot for some reason. They have so many models that are just half-naked men, super muscular.
That's true. There's also a lot of community interest in Cities of Sigmar, Pistoliers, Dragoons, possibly a Skaven versus Cities box. We have the Daughters of Cain. We have the Lumineth Realm Lords. And probably some new Lumineth, I think, are very likely. Ossiarch Bone Reapers, Disciples of Tzeentch. There's such a cool looking Disciple of Tzeentch new model. You got to go check that out. So that's what I believe we will see for Age of Sigmar, but that's the limit, unfortunately, of my understanding.
I mean, yeah, from everything that I looked up, it just looks like people want dwarves. What I really want in Age of Sigmar is Gotrek. No, not Gotrek. Gotrek's back. Felix isn't. From what I understand, one of the two isn't back yet.
Yeah, I see. This is my problem with Age of Sigmar. Is like if you're gonna make it the old world, why not just do the old world?
Well, I mean, the old world is outselling it right now.
All I'm saying. So we got a comment here from Vault Boys is please give Fire Slayers non-infantry and please give Ogres a range refresh. They're 20 years old. Oh, you're killing me. Are they really? They can't. No, come on. Age of Sigmar was like 2012, 2013.
Oh my God. How old is Age of Sigmar?
It can't be 20 years old.
No.
Cannot.
Wait, is it?
Cannot.
I need you to look this up. I need you to look this up.
To believe it.
I don't want to know that Age of Sigmar is as old as the music I listen to. The music that I actively search for and listen to.
Oh my God. Well, don't ask me like what my era of music is because it'll make you cry. 2015 was the release of Age of Sigmar. So
it's 11 years old.
It's 11. It cannot be 20.
Okay.
So there's that. Thank you, Vault Boy. But I like where Vault Boy's head is at because, yeah, he has his likes and he wants what he wants. And that's the best part about this hobby, frankly. The best part about Games Workshop's hobby in general is people get really...
Go ahead.
People get really passionate about their armies and their factions and they want to see more. And they get to the point where they're like, I have to have this or I have to have that. I love that passion.
One of my favorite things about editions changing and models getting updated is I could buy all the old models off of people dirt cheap, and then I put them on my shelf, and then I use them for RPG purposes. It's like one of my favorite things to pick up at like bits exchange days and things like that, or like swap meets and things like that you see at conventions and everything. One of my favorite parts of Adepticon, by the way, is the upstairs swap meet. That was so much fun. I bought so much stuff from people and people were just like, hey, I have all this stuff and I have a flight. I'm not bringing this back with me. Do you want it? And I'm just like, oh, cool. Half a hive tyrant and like 3 pickles. Yeah. But jokes aside, one of my favorite things is finding people who are selling broken models. Like, hey, I have these 3 Blade Guard veterans, but one is missing an arm and one is missing like his left shoe. And I'm just like, I have those bits in my box. How much do you want for those? And they're just like, oh no, 2 shiny nickels and a dirty penny. And I'm like, sure, here you go. And then I take those and I come home and I'm just like, yeah, kit bashing. Or I buy people's demonic bits, just demon bits. And then I buy some green stuff and I'm just like, I'm going to make so many chaos spawn because everyone always needs chaos spawn. Everyone needs them. It doesn't matter. If you're playing a chaos army, you need them. And I always make a bunch and then I just give them to my friends. Like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And they're just like, why do you have 18 of these? And I'm like, I have 36.
God, I remember the days when I would paint individual Space Marines for my buddies. I miss those days.
Love it.
Zero Daimu, he points out that the Ogres and the Fire Slayers are from the end of Fantasy. So that would actually make them just Slayers and Ogre Kingdoms, not Ogre whatevers and Fire Slayers. Just to be clear, those are separate things.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
Can somebody help answer a question? This model here, it's the flagellant from Old World. Is that an 8th edition model or is that older for Warhammer Fantasy? Victor said it's 8th edition and I believe him. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a couple of websites. I want to say Vault of Heroes, I think, is one of them that has like a list, shows all the models from each individual edition.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
But let's see here. Living Legend says Alexis has a Total War unit amount of Chaos Spawn.
Let me show you this really quickly. Hang on a second. Hang on.
Yeah, Total War, for the people who don't know, Total War Warhammer, you can have units that can have 40. They can have units of 40 or even more, not just limited to the 10 or 20 that you see in the tabletop edition of it. So that's one of the reasons why it's a funny joke, because
So this has some of my Chaos Spawn on it.
Oh no!
Magnetized.
Look at all those Chaos Spawn. That is a huge amount. Dear Lord, that is a whole Total War unit. Good Lord, so many Chaos Spawn. My God. Well, we all know that Alexis is a chaos enthusiast. She has a Slanesh tattoo. This does not surprise me a bit.
Oh, I love them so much. I have so many.
Speaking of Chaos Spawn, why don't we talk about some Old World predictions?
Old World isn't on the list right now, but
it is.
I didn't see it on the preview list.
Look at it again.
No, I don't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw it on there. Maybe I mistook Underworlds for it, possibly.
Because this is what they're announcing.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not on there. Okay. Well,
but I do know that the rumors for Old World were what was it? It was not Skaven. Oh my God, I can't remember. What was it? What were the rumors?
The rumors that I found were that people are thinking it's going to be either Beastmen or Wood Elves.
Okay.
Possibly Grand Cathay receiving some more individual kits is another option. But Beastmen and Wood Elves were frequently discussed throughout 2025 and in the last couple of months. And they're one of the major factions without a full release for the Old World. There has been rumors that the Beastmen were planned but delayed. So them showing up at Adepticon might be a surprise, like, hey, here's some Beastmen. Just like
there's a Beastman in the corner.
Just like they wouldn't put a Battlefleet Gothic emblem on that roadmap if they were planning to surprise everybody with it. They might not.
No, there's no way this is the Battlefleet, what they're using for Battlefleet Gothic.
You're talking about that green emblem?
Yeah, this.
Yeah, oh, that might be. Ooh.
Oh, hold on.
That could be Battlefleet Indomitus.
That could be theirs.
Oh, that would be the name of the box set, Battlefleet Indomitus.
Wait, we're not getting our hopes up about this. I am not going to be disappointed like I always am whenever I think it's going to be Battlefleet Gothic and it isn't.
This is a hype show. I'm going to get hyped.
I know, I'm so hyped for it.
I'm going to get hyped. I'm going to say this is Battlefleet Indomitus. It's happening. Everybody, it's happening. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I would sure love it to be true. God, wouldn't that be great?
Oh my God, I would be on board with that. I don't think GW could like handle the amount of money Battlefleet Gothic and like Old World receiving like all of their older armies again. Like I played a game of Old World the other day against Victor. He was playing Empire of Man, Noln army versus my Lizard Man army using 2 Troglodons and a Carnosaur. I had an absolute blast as my Saurus warriors were running up the field. And as I was moving the trays, I was just going, lizard, lizard, lizard. Old World is a game that brings me back to a time when I wasn't competitive at 40K. It brings me back to a point where Old World, like older 40K games, have that nostalgia kick that's really fun. It's me and Victor don't fully understand the rules too well, and we're not like trying to play to win. We're playing to have fun. We're just having a blast. And I absolutely love it. Old World is quickly becoming one of my favorite games.
Jake Wu says, "Oh, Alexis, you play Old World? Didn't know that."
I have 2 armies for Old World currently. I have Lizard Men, which is known as Lizard.
So Tech would be proud.
Yes. Yes, he would. Except he'd be really disappointed when he finds out that I'd remove all the riders from my lizards. And the other army I play is Demons of Slanesh. In fact, I just got a second keeper for that army, even though keepers aren't that good in the current edition. I don't care. I'm here to just play and have fun with big miniatures running across the battlefield, slapping things. I'm also going to work on maybe a third army. I'm not sure yet. Old World armies are incredibly cheap, by the way. If you are just getting into 40K, or if you're getting into a tabletop war game and you want to play a game about the size of Warhammer 40K, but you want it to be a little bit cheaper, Old World you get so many more models for the box set value. Like, I think I'm paying like close to 30K. Icelandic, keep in mind, Icelandic kroners. That's because I live in Iceland. I'm paying 30K for like close to 40 something models to 60 models, depending on the faction. And if I bought an AOS box, I'm getting like 13 models for that. And it's like, okay, which game am I going to play? The cheaper one. It's the same with 40K compared to Horus Heresy, where Horus Heresy is technically cheaper because you get more Marines for the dollar. Yeah.
Jake Wu points out, Sotek predicts Wood Elves versus Tomb Kings for a release box set for second edition Old World. Does Sotek think they're going to announce a second edition of Old World? Because I think if they were, okay, let me go back for a second. I don't think they're going to, because I don't think they would announce an edition of Old World alongside a new edition of 40K, because that would suck some of the air out of the room for that. But Tomb Kings v Wood Elves would be super cool, and maybe that's the second edition box. Maybe that's something else. I don't really know. I would love to play Old World. It's one of those games I want to play, but I haven't had time to get it together. But I don't think that Games Workshop would do an announcement for two games at the same time to get a new edition.
No, from what I'm seeing, well, I don't think they intended it at Adepticon. I think they just intended it for the future. But what I think is happening is all GW mainline games are on a 3-year cycle, where every other edition is a 0.5 edition, except for Horus Heresy, where every edition has been radically different. I can see it, but I've heard rumors from a very reliable source that we're getting all the legacy armies reintroduced into Old World, which would be really cool. So I'm excited about that.
We have a super chat from our very own Lord Vorn, one of our mods. Thank you, Lord Vorn, for your support. He says, I hope this preview is pre-recorded. When they did that live stream in a recent one, the technical difficulties were painful. Funny, but painful.
Yeah. Adepticon is notoriously bad at Wi-Fi. It is pretty funny, but it does suck that happens. I would prefer them doing it live, to be honest. But that's just me. I don't like when something's live and it's just pre-recorded. Like, for me, catching Critical Role live now means nothing, because I could just watch it later and it's the same experience.
This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal. Fallout New Vegas. I've been playing a lot of it lately. Yeah. It's, God, don't get me started. Fallout New Vegas.
I'm gonna get you started. It is a good game.
It's one of the greatest role-playing games ever made for for video games. It's outstanding.
I would argue that it is 100% in every top 3. That's hyperbolic, obviously.
I don't know. It's really damn good. Vault Boy, of course, chiming in. He says, I love Old World Blues. You and me both, buddy. That's my favorite DLC ever. It's Old World Blues. Hell yeah. Oh my God. We got another super chat from Bioflip. Our local fishman enthusiast. Will this be the event that they reveal the Muffin Men of the Drury Subsegmentum? I hope they have power armor made of shortbread. Okay. serious note, I have seen some guys paint up amazing Rainbow Warriors chapter for Primaris. They look so goddamn good. I'm like, man, I wish Games Workshop would get a little more whimsical with some of their lore, because it feels like it's gotten a lot more grimdark and less satire over the years. But nevertheless, great comment, very funny.
I just thought of something that I really want.
What's that?
Kill Team Abhumans, where it's Felinids, all of the different types just in one kill team, and it's just the C team.
Nice.
It's not the B team, it's the one you didn't choose.
Nice. You know, so interesting though, like if you were going to have a, for lack of a better word, like evil Candyland faction, would you do it in Underworlds, Age of Sigmar, Old World, Horus Heresy, or 40K? Where would you do it?
So it was already done in Blood Bowl.
Blood Bowl. Oh yeah, God, I forgot about Blood Bowl. Fuck.
We have a Blood Bowl league happening right now, and my Amazons are doing really well in it, and I'm super excited for it. I'm just having a blast with them. But because I get to talk about games that aren't just 40K when we have a show like this, which is a ton of fun because I love all the games. But if I were to put a comical, it would have to be in 40K. Like I want more silly things in 40K. Like I love the orcs being able to tell stories now. I think that is fantastic. I love the fact that they're just like, yeah, it's just a really good fight. We go to this world and we just fight the people. We have them build our technology and everything. We take all of that and go fight somewhere else. And it's like, then you listen to what's that Black Templars book, Hell's Reach. And Hell's Reach is just like, these monsters are everywhere and you can't stop them, and they're literally eating people. They're gargantuan greenskins, and the only thing that you can do is purge them. Meanwhile, that same story from the orc perspective, this one beaky punched my friend in the face, so I shot him in the head. Said something about being a chapter master. I didn't know what that is, so I shot his buddy. And it's like, that's the kind of satire that I want in 40K. I want it to be both super serious and then comical at the same time. And I think orcs balance that perfectly.
More Caiaphas Cain, in other words.
Yeah. Yes, exactly that. But like, I love the idea of being outsmarted by a dumbass. Like that is the funniest stuff in the world, and that's basically Caiaphas Cain. He's like, I'm gonna go over here because I'm getting away from danger. Crap, the danger found me. And the danger is just like, crap, we were supposed to ambush him.
Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium.
But this is the kind of stuff that I love in 40K. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I think is missing from like Trench Crusade, where Trench Crusade, it has an amazing game. Like, there's a bunch of people that play here, and they're all like really friendly, super nice, and everything. I can't really get into their game right now because I have like 600 other games I'm currently playing and soaking all of my money into, and I can only afford so much. But like their lore, I feel, is missing that humor. And I think like even Cyberpunk captures that humor very well. I think the best one to capture a darker setting with a comedic tone is Fallout New Vegas.
I mean, yeah, God, I love that game. Oh, I should before we move on to the next thing, I do want to briefly mention I've been watching One Piece season 2. Goddamn, that is awesome. Big shout out to Daniel Lasker as Mr. Nine and Yandu Thomas as Igaram. Those characters in the anime were kind of flat for me, but they are now elevated to iconic status by their presentation in the live action. So goddamn good. Anyways, live action specifically, Jake Wu is asking if I'm what I'm watching. Watching the live action.
Okay, watching One Piece. I couldn't get into it.
That's no biggie. Like, listen, we can still be friends.
Yep.
But there is a thing we should probably want to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
And that is there is an expectation that Adepticon will end, or at least the preview will end, with some sort of big dramatic reveal, some kind of narrative punctuation mark that closes out 10th edition and hypes 11th edition. Now, what is that punctuation mark, that big reveal? What do you think that might be?
Okay. Do you want to know what my dream is? I know that this is not where you're going with this at all. In
Sure.
no way, shape, or form is this what you think it's going to be. But I want it to be, it starts showing on Magnus on top of a burning world with a couple of dead space wolves next to him, and just standing there menacingly, you know, as he does with his big spiky nipples. Okay? And he's giving this grand speech about how he's going to take down the Emperor. And the trailer ends with a step in the snow, and all you hear is, "I found you, brother."
Layman Russ returns. That's what you're thinking.
That's what I want. That I know he's not coming back yet, but man, do I want him to come back. So badly do I want my wolf. I want my Lycan Lehman Russ so badly.
Okay, so Layman Russ actually is the most likeliest bombshell according to fan.
Really?
Yes. Yes. So Games Workshop, they explicitly teased a grim portent from the future of the 41st millennium, quote unquote, at the New Year 2026 preview, which was a cryptic silhouette, which was not explained. And people think that that is a deliberate lead up towards Adepticon. The 500 Worlds campaign, which is centered on Ultramar and Necrons, has been running through sort of the end of it's kind of the closing out of the storyline of 10th edition. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel Adepticon, which will happen right as the third book drops, in my opinion. I think the third book of 500 Worlds.
Yes.
Well,
it's going to be, well, it's, so the series is not called 500 Worlds, as weird as that is. It's just the Maelstroms, and it's 500 Worlds is the first one, the Maelstrom is the third, and then Armageddon is Armageddon is the third.
I think Armageddon might be the fourth, but yeah, I think there's two books out, right? And the third one's coming out, and then Armageddon, I think, is the fourth one. But all right, so I'm calling it the 500 Worlds collection.
Yeah, it's easy enough to call it that.
Technically not. But so Adepticon would be the perfect time to announce the next chapter, I guess, of their ongoing story of 40K. And there were hints dropped in January of this year that a Primarch might return. Most people believe it's Layman Russ. There's basically Games Workshop has been returning Primarchs at roughly 1 per 18 months. And it's been about 18 months since the Lion.
Erd is very careful about releasing them now. One every 18 months.
The Bolter and Chainsword, they believe that it's going to be Russ along with a new Armageddon themed campaign book that'll bridge 10th and 11th edition.
Okay.
Kind of like Gilliman bridged 9th or 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th.
And the Lion bridged 9th and 10th.
Yes, something.
Sort of.
Wait, Gilliman came back 7th to 8th.
Sorry, I got those wrong. Anyway.
Yeah. It's past. It doesn't matter. They're back. They're here.
And there is a rumor from one of the leakers that suggests that there were 3 loyalists in the pipeline, that being, now again, giant grain of salt. This is not this is me doing my research on rumors about a possible thing. So don't take what I'm going to say here as gospel. But the rumors were that it was going to be a version of Rogel Dorn, Vulcan, and a resculpt of Gilliman.
So I did hear about the resculpt of Gilliman. I'm still mad that my Gravis Kalgar just got banished to the fucking Shadow Realm. Not even Legends, just banished. Like that threw me off. It actually made me shelf my Ultramarines for a little bit. But I did hear about the Gilliman coming back with a new model, and it makes total sense because his model actually looks like ass. He's probably the worst looking new Primarch
if it's not a loyalist and instead is traitor, the current thinking, the rumors that are circulating is that it will be Fulgrim and the Emperor's Children as a full army. But because there's been obviously Emperor's Children stuff and a new Fulgrim model, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It just, this is all pure speculation, but we should, we got a couple super chats we should read.
Yes.
Biofoot, thank you so much, Biofoot. He says, +1 to Fallout New Vegas. 2, we needs it. We be good. We definitely need a sequel or a remaster would also be really nice.
Yeah, I want to remaster Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, and I like Fallout 4. I'm one of the rare people that actually like Fallout 4 and are proud to admit it. And yes, Preston Garvey is my dog. I love him.
Hey,
I
Alexis.
will always defend the Minutemen, and I will argue that they are the best.
Alexis, I heard that there's another settlement that needs your help.
And you know goddamn well I'll be there.
All right. Yeah, a remaster of New Vegas would be fantastic because I loved that game, New Vegas, but it is so goddamn janky. Whoo, so janky.
I will admit though, my favorite Fallout is Fallout New Vegas. It's just I really like Fallout 4 for being a game that has all of the best mods. But yeah, I am with the Minutemen at all times. I love the Minutemen.
Biofoot says, end of 10th edition events. The Emperor finally gets erect. Yeah, I'm assuming he means standing up from the throne.
There is a really cool fan animation. It's like a few seconds long, and it's the Emperor in his armor, and he's just skeletal and everything, and he has just these dead eyes, and it's because just the skeleton, it's just black, and it's like, aren't you happy? Your god has returned. And the custodians are like, oh shit. It's right. Such a solid animation because that's exactly what the Emperor is now. He's just this broken mess of a god. Oh, I love it.
So since this is a lore show and we are willing to speculate, and this is in fact a speculation episode, let's just say for the sake of argument that 11th edition shows up and it does all the things we want it to do, including the orc
nerf the Necrons.
The orc power of belief returns. But in addition to that, Leman Russ does return.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Where do you go with that in the lore?
Okay. All right. Hear me out. Okay. There is one thing that I really, really, really want for the Space Wolves specifically. And if we go off of current modeling and everything, we're seeing a lot more women represented in Space Marine armies. Not saying female Astartes, I'm saying women represented in Space Marine armies. We saw this with Captain Titus and his retinue having 2 women in it. We saw this with Huron Blackheart and his retinue having 2 women in it. I think, yeah.
Well, the Tyrellian for sure. And then
the captain.
Right.
Yeah. I want to see Leman Russ come back, look at the Sisters of Battle, and just be like, hell yeah. And make a Valkyria detachment out of them. I want Sisters of Battle Seraphim with frost weapons, just 2 frost axes. I want the return of frost weapons also. Stop calling them heirloom weapons. Stop it. Those are frost weapons. Call them frost weapons. I don't care that they suddenly appeared in the lore and made absolutely no sense because they were never referenced ever again outside of the Horus Heresy rulebook, and they weren't mentioned in lore. They were only mentioned as weapons. I want that back, damn it. No more relic weapons. This is a great frost weapon. But I would love to see like a mixed unit of similar to Crusader squads, but with sisters in more like, and keep in mind, I'm a Viking reenactor. I'm allowed to get away with this. Let them be all Hollywood fucking horned helmet everything. I don't care. Because that's probably what they base their culture off of anyway, because they have a lack of understanding of history. I would love to see like sisters fighting alongside space wolves in a similar manner to custodians fighting with their sisters of silence. Leman Russ knows the effectiveness of having his warriors work with other warriors. He is a great general, a bit arrogant and very aggressive, but he understands how to fight. I want Valkyria units. I want really cool, like, mixed lot units. Like, I want Crusader squads with Sisters of Battle and Space Marines for Space Wolves, and just call them the Shield Wall.
Okay, I love this idea. I would throw a lot of money at a Valkyria regiment for the Space Wolves. I'd be down with that 100%.
Also, it stops the sisters from being the most like, Sisters of Battle are my favorite faction in all of 40k, hands down. They are my favorite. I also lump them in the same with Inquisition because I always take them together, so I kind of consider them the same faction. I know lore wise they're completely different, obviously, but there is a really big hurdle with the Sisters of Battle where they have these strict rules, and only they have these super strict rules that they can't be anything else. And it's like, big dumb, let's have Valkyries. And there's so many cooler cultures that you could do to have warrior women. Why don't we have Sisters of Battle based off of Amazons? That would be cool. Let's do some stuff like that. That's me speculating into the future.
Well, I that's a hard act to follow right there, because that was awesome.
I may have thought about this too much.
There was a pretty interesting fan created chapter called the Tigers of Veda from the early 2000s. I actually played a game against the guy who created them, and they were an all-women chapter of Space Marines that were vaguely Amazonian themed. They were really cool. So here's some thoughts about Leman Russ returning, though. I think unfortunately, the most likely and also possibly the most boring is that he will be kind of like the Lion and Gilliman, in that he is just a scarred Primarch returning when the Imperium is on the brink, fulfilling the Wolf Time prophecy. Don't get me wrong; it's not unexciting. I'm not trying to. When I say most boring, it's the probably a bad turn of phrase. Least unique. Let's put it that way. Least unique approach. Mm-hmm. And in this version, he's kind of more of a counterweight, a brutal, aggressive warrior to his. He's not an administrator like Gilliman, right? Yeah. He's the executioner that the Imperium needs for its apocalyptic wars, just not a statesman. And like the Lion had to kind of be forced into becoming a statesman with the whole Fallen issue, and the Imperium Nihilist needing somebody over there. But another option is that there's the story is one of the stories is that Russ may have vanished on a quest, right? Looking for something, possibly a mythical tree of life whose fruit could heal the Emperor, or maybe he's found a way to fix the Golden Throne, or maybe he's learned something that forces a confrontation with the Grey Knights.
Oh, yes.
Because there's history between the Grey Knights and the Space Wolves. But Leman Russ wouldn't actually know that, so there's that. But it might be that might be a future that kind of like
tells him.
Well, maybe, yeah, or kind of like the Lion didn't really know about the Fallen until somebody was like, "Hey, by the way, there's Fallen, and this is what's going on." Maybe that's what happens: is Leman Russ returns, Bjorn wakes up and is like, "Oh, hey, FYI," and just lists off all the things that have been happening. Another theory. And this you'll like, Alexis. Okay. Says that 10 millennia adventuring wherever he went, maybe the Eye of Terror, could have changed him profoundly. He may return as more wolf than man. A hyper predator. Yeah, like a hyper predatory beast Primarch with his Canis Helix fully expressed. He's gone full wolfen.
Oh my god, could you imagine him having the wolfen keyword? Oh, it'd be so good.
So some of the prophecies about the Wolf Time is that he might return as a union of warrior and beast. So it would be thematic. It would be accurate to the lore. It's not impossible. Let's put it that way. It's plausible. He's not man, bear, pig, Lord Vorn. Lord Vorn, man, bear, pig. No, not quite. By the way, Lord Vorn, if you are a fan and you ever visit Colorado, come to Casa Bonita because they have a lot of South Park stuff in there, including Man Bear Pig. So,
oh yeah, don't they own it?
They do.
Yeah,
it's pretty great actually because they recorded all the voices for the announcements. So you'll be like eating and you'll hear an announcement about the next show coming up, and you'll be like, "Damn, that's Cartman." Anyway, so the whole thing is that this could lead to some sort of, we know that Yarrick is coming back. We know there's going to be some focus there on Armageddon. So maybe this is setting up Armageddon as the place where he'll return, or the place where he'll make his big impact. But that's weird because the Wolf Time seems bigger than just Armageddon, but at the same time, the Armageddon is where the Grey Knights and the Space Wolves had one of their big issues.
Yeah.
So it works, but it also kind of doesn't. And I'm like, I don't know.
So there is a story that GW just kind of dropped, and it was in one of the codexes, but it was in an earlier codex. I think it was in like I think it was in Demonkin, where Khorne told Angron to gather his forces to assault Terra. And then it was never acknowledged again. Like, it's so weird. It was just never acknowledged. And Angron has since done other things. So I think that's just a storyline that GW just kind of dropped. But I don't think Angron is a big enough threat to be like the big bad. As weird as it is. Also, Angron already lost the fight against Lion, so it doesn't make sense to use him again. So maybe the Catan could be his, but that's Gilliman. Titus' his whole enemy right now.
Right, he's dealing with Akensor.
Yeah,
that guy. I can't remember. His name is not flowing off my tongue. But there is a Necron who's dealing with the Catan shards. That's his enemy. Akensor. Sorry, somebody in the comments will tell me. I'm sure one of the chat will say it's this.
I can't remember his name. All I know is I want him dead. Because holy crap, that dude is way too powerful for what he is. He is so goddamn strong. Like, he is on par with a Satan, and it's not fair. Also, this is something completely out of the nowhere, and only some of you are going to get this. But I think the Necron Catan, all of them, should share Epic Hero. The Epic Hero should be tied to Catan, and not to the names of the Catan. Because I think that a Necron army should only ever be able to field one unless you bring Nemesis.
This guy.
Amintar. And if you bring him, you get a second one. And it can't be the same name.
Necrosaur Amintar is the name we were trying to remember. Thank you. That's, there's a lot of memorable names in 40K. Unfortunately, this one for me does not stick for some reason.
It doesn't help that he kind of came out of nowhere. He had like this lore implication that he is the first Lord of the Destroyers. And then it's like, okay, what happened? Well, the 500 Worlds campaign started. Okay, and? Well, it started. Are we going to do anything with that, GW, or is this another Psychic Awakening? Another Psychic Awakening.
I wanted to point out another thing, too, which is you often talk about how there's a lot of different Odin analogs in 40K. Russ's return could be as yet another Odin analog.
Is it bad that I want him more as like Eric the Red?
Well, I mean, he's going to be older, I imagine, right? Yeah. And Odin is like one of the archetypes of like what you would see as an older hero.
Asshole.
I'm not denying that. I'm not. And Layman Russ, I mean, you can certainly, if you ask Magnus, is certainly an asshole. So
yeah, but not to that extent.
I don't know.
Odin's actual mythology would pit him as just a weak, frail old man who's just obsessed with trying to stay alive.
I think we can both agree that if Layman Russ were to return, he would not be the same Layman Russ that left in the Horus Heresy.
Weirdly enough, I think that his conflict with Lionel Johnson, he would talk to him instead. I honestly see him just being like, we have a lot to talk about. Let's murder everything first. And then Lion kills the thing he wants to kill again. And instead of fighting, he just starts laughing.
Well, I would argue that a werewolf Russ would be far more likely to get into a fight that would then end in some sort of reconciliation.
Yeah. I could see it.
A fight that ends in reconciliation between them would be epic and very fitting with their characters.
Yes, it would.
I would be down with that. The Wolf Time prophecy in general, which is what we talked about, is it's structurally perfect for Games Workshop because it presents this idea of a escalating apocalypse, that there's going to be a bigger threat and a bigger threat, and at the Wolf Time, which is where the lead up to the quote unquote final battle, whatever that may mean, whatever a final battle might mean for 40K, because it might mean nothing. It might literally just be, a final battle between Russ and Magnus. It doesn't, who knows? But the prophecy is a trigger. It's a narrative trigger for some sort of crisis or a personal epilogue or a closing out of one chapter in the beginning of a new, which is why, go ahead.
The tear across the Sigurdrix Maledictum might be the Wolf Times.
Right? It seems pretty apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be about some sort of healing the Emperor thing. I don't think that's likely.
Is it bad that I think they're just going to drop that storyline?
So I think Games Workshop preference seems to be to kind of shake up the status quo, but not to actually solve the problems. They'll introduce a thing or two that will change. Like the Custodes are now free to gather, are free to roam across the galaxy. They don't have to stay on Terra anymore. Okay, that shakes up the status quo, but it doesn't fundamentally solve any problems. You see what I'm saying?
Lion's back and he's done absolutely nothing.
Hey, he's learned how to walk through the warp. He's done some things. He reconciled with the Fallen. That's big. That for a Dark Angels fan, that's big.
Yes.
Just saying.
Also, no one addresses the Watchers in the room.
Okay, that is a thing that may not ever get defined, frankly.
My big question about the Watchers is, does the Emperor know that they exist? He has to know, right?
I would assume. I would assume so.
They go into that same realm that he met the Emperor in, and then nothing. We get nothing. It's never acknowledged. One brings Azrael his helmet in the middle of a meeting with junior Dark Angels, and none of them ask questions.
That's the Dark Angels.
And the only thing I can think of is one of those Marines is like, why does Azrael have a child?
Listen, their secrets are like one of the core things of the Dark Angels. And if that happens and Azrael treats it as normal, you remember, Supreme Grandmaster Azrael. He has his name is like crazy. His title, I should say, is crazy pretentious. That means that he is not one to suffer fools lightly. And if there was some fool in the inner circles like, hey, sir, just a quick question. What the hell is that? I don't see that going well for him.
You're not going to question a cyborg baby that's floating around loading our guns. You're going to question a little guy in a cloak.
So fun fact, I was once told,
Jeffrey. He's been here for 10,000 years.
Fun fact, I was once told by the head of IP that the whole cherubim thing, they weren't real. They didn't exist. They were merely expressions of people's piety, like a bionic version of a Catholic cherubim you might find in an illustrated manual. And I looked at him and I was like, you I didn't say this out loud, but I was like, you're absolutely crazy because there's actual models for them. How can they not be real?
There are also the things that are loading Space Marines weapons sometimes, or
In
carrying
the artwork. In the artwork, yes.
Yeah. Well, no, even in the models, like the Devastator squad
yes,
has
now.
a cherubim that
Now,
reloads.
yes. Yeah, now.
No.
At the time when I was having this conversation, that was not true. But
4th edition.
I know. I'm trying to be super clear. This was before the models were doing things. They were just models existing. Okay.
This is so silly.
Hey, like, I'm not gonna argue with you. It is silly, absolutely. That's why I thought it was crazy when you said they didn't actually exist. Now that guy, that head of IP is gone. He's no longer there at Games Workshop. And
he was the cherubim the whole time.
so that anyway, we're not here to talk about cherubim. But okay, here's the thought about Layman Russ's return. I think he will not be full Wolfen. I think he may occasionally transform or occasionally wolf out. Kovu. Yes, Kovu is so cute. I think he may occasionally transform or wolf out, if you will, but I don't think he'll be full werewolf all the time. And here's why. Because a bestial Layman Russ cannot headline books. He can't interact with the Guilliman and the Lion, and he can't function as a coherent actor in the story. You need someone who is that, right? Like Games Workshop gets so much mileage out of the Return of the Lion. They're like, oh, is the Lion going to talk to Guilliman? Oh my God. Like that's one of the things that people are thinking is going to happen really soon, is that the Guilliman and Lion are going to talk, right? And what are they going to say to each other? So if you had Layman Russ return and he was like, arg, arg, you can't do that.
Why did that sound like the end of Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Very few people are going to get that reference.
Bad Robot Productions used to have a closing credit that said "grr arg." Anyway, so I think the Odin Russ is a little more likely.
God, I hate it. I hate it. It's just, I hate it. Why not make him Tyr? Tyr is cooler.
Well, I mean, okay. When I say what do I mean by Odin Russ? I'm thinking older, wiser, warp savvy, myth archetype. You know, he is not. It would be not essentially a rehabilitation, but giving him a distinct niche. He's the grim, faded wanderer who understands the warp and the cost of past sins. I mean, the Odin part might be more visuals, part of his model, than necessarily part of his character. The iconography is what I'm thinking of, you know. But that's what I'm thinking is the most likely way he'd return.
Do you want to know some of my least favorite Space Wolf lore in the history of forever?
Yep.
It is so dumb, and when I tell you this, you're going to be like, that's not true. And I 1000% tell you this is actual lore. Do you know why Space Wolves use wooden shields?
Why?
Because the trees on Fenris are tougher than steel. And that is actual lore. And I hate it. I hate it so much. It is so dumb. And it's only to justify the artwork where a guy is holding a wooden shield. Instead of just saying he painted his shield like that, they're just like, nah, we could be dumber.
Okay. Yeah, that might be true. I think the other thing I think about a Layman Russ return, and this is actually kind of an argument against it. Okay. I think a Layman Russ return would confirm that the current era is the Wolf time. And because of that, B, would signal some sort of escalation of threat, of danger to the galaxy, which we had one. That's the whole Great Rift opening in the first place was that. And it feels too recent to me to want to do another one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, if we go by popularity and sales, he is the third most popular Primarch.
So that actually argues that he will be returning.
Yeah.
I mean, the Primarchs make a lot of money for Games Workshop. I think we can all agree on that.
Also, a lot of the Primarch rumors might actually be for Heresy because they're remaking a lot of the Primarchs for the Heresy.
Yeah,
because a lot of them look like garbage.
I mentioned that when I talked about the loyalist Primarchs that were being done again, like Dorn. That is more likely that they're Horus Heresy resculpts, but who knows? Hey, we've got a super chat from Hieronymus. Thank you for your support, sir. My Yarrick theory. He says, "Oh, we need to talk. We have a whole episode coming up about Yarrick, which is why we're not getting too deep into it today. But we will be talking about Yarrick on Saturday, which is when we're doing those giveaways. So if you want to be part of the giveaway opportunities for the Cadius Dance box and the Joy Toy of the Tempesta Skyon, join us on Saturday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will be talking about Commissar Yarrick. Anyway, Hieronymus's Yarrick theory is he is a manifestation of the Wog energy on Armageddon. It's not only the orcs giving him a form, but also the humans, because Armageddon and Yarrick are linked in their mind. That's some tasty speculation. I love it.
Do you think... Okay, I asked Victor this question earlier, and he said no. Do you think the orcs know Yarrick's first name?
No.
I want to say Gosgul knows his first name.
Yeah, but you didn't say Gosgul. You said the orcs as like the whole species.
They do know him as Old Belai and Yarrick.
Sure.
They actually know his name. They gave him his own glyph.
That's true. I agree with that. I don't agree that they know his first name. Gosgul specifically might. That's the one orc who probably might. But in terms of like just random orc on the street, he probably wouldn't know Yarrick's first name. No.
Do you know Yarrick's first name?
Oh, God, I don't.
Sebastian.
Sebastian. All right. There we go. Commissar Yarrick.
Commissar Yarrick is such a goddamn badass. You know what? I didn't even talk about this. The big reveal for the coming Adepticon might be the Fortress of Arrogance.
Let's talk about that. And Alexis, what is the Fortress of Arrogance?
The coolest named vehicle in all of 40K that has a transport capacity of 1 Commissar Yarrick. The Fortress of Arrogance is a specially designed and mastered artwork, beautiful Baneblade. This Baneblade is so powerful it could one-shot Stompas, at least according to the orcs. Also statistically, it could probably one-shot a Baneblade, a Stompa. They're not that good on the tabletop. But this thing has 11 barrels of hell. And if you know where that quote is from, you're a hero.
I know where that's from.
This is Commissar Yarrick's personal Baneblade. And as far as I know, he is one of the only characters who has a personalized Fortress of Arrogance.
There it is. I found the model.
Yep. This tank was taken by the orcs at one point, and Yarrick sacrificed dozens upon dozens of his companies to get back his Fortress of Arrogance, only for it to go toe-to-toe with one of the biggest battle wagons ever and emerge victorious.
This thing is baller. I mean, this is absolutely pimp. He's got this golden thing on the side that literally says the Fortress of Arrogance, like just in case you didn't know. There's a giant gold skull on the front slope. There's a really awesome looking Stormbolter just for Yarrick to fire from his battle pulpit on top of the goddamn turret, which has 4 whip antennas. Oh my Lord. This thing is gold and black. I mean, it is absolutely a pimp wagon for Yarrick.
If they don't come out with this model, I'm probably going to buy a Baneblade just for him. I think I might have to. I've been wanting a new Baneblade anyway. My Baneblade is old and broken up. And I think I deserve a new Baneblade for my Commissar Yarrick once he comes out. Would you describe your old Baneblade as old and busted? And this, you want a new hotness? I do want the new hotness. I do. I really do. Like, Yarrick coming back. Like, dude is just a maniac. Dude one hands a Space Marine Stormbolter. Like,
Well, it's a Stormbolter. I don't think it's a Astartes pattern.
No, it is. It actually is.
You sure?
Yes. It
Okay.
100% is an Astartes bolter.
Okay.
And he one-hands it. Does it hurt him when he shoots it? I don't know. Probably not. He's just made of muscle and hatred, and I love him.
So we have a super chat from Skylar Martin. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your support. Gaskell, you're as beautiful as the day I lost you. That's the second time we've come up with that this episode. Love it.
I love it. I love it so much. When I first saw Yarrick, all I thought about is that scene in Thor, what is the terrible Thor movie? The one that's actually decent that people like.
Wait, I don't understand. There's good Thor movies and there's bad Thor movies. Is it Love and Thunder? Is it Thor 2? The Dark Worlds? Is it?
It's the one where it references World War Hulk.
Ragnarok.
And then doesn't do anything with the storyline, and then just absolutely demolishes Hulk as a character, and really annoys me because World War Hulk is one of my favorite comic book series.
Yeah, you're thinking Ragnarok.
In that movie, there is a scene where it's revealed that it's Hulk, and Thor just goes, "Yes!" And that's how I imagine Yarrick, not Yarrick, Gosgold.
He's a friend from work. Okay, so fun fact.
You know him.
Fun fact, Alexis is correct. The Stormbolter carried by Yarrick is a Godwin Diaz pattern. It is an Astartes pattern.
He fires that thing.
He does, fires it one-handed. He absolutely does. So he's just a stubborn son of a bitch who could just do that. That's pretty great.
In mind, he has no augmetics on this arm that are visible. He might have internal augmetics, but as far as we can tell, external augmetics not there. He fires that thing. He also doesn't rapid fire it. It's very clear that he fires it one at a time.
And because go ahead.
And that power claw that he has. So there is so much heresy that happens with Commissar Yarrick because he does take an orc's power claw and have it surgically attached to his arm. Now, is it heresy? Yes, it just is. It 1000% is.
Well, there's a long history of Imperial commanders taking weapons from enemies and wielding them. Logan Grimnar did this with a Chaos Axe. So it's Yarrick's not alone. But I want to be clear, we are doing a whole episode on Yarrick on Saturday. So if you want to hear the deep dive, the deep dive will be then. Just to add to the callbacks, though, from this exact episode, I did look it up, and the consensus of the first major appearance of the Death Korps of Krieg is the Siege of Rax. But technically, they appeared.
The glasses thing.
They first appeared in the 3rd edition Imperial Guard Codex, where they appeared on the regimental list with a few background snippets. So there you go. Just in case anybody was really curious about where the Death Korps of Krieg came from. All right. So we're not, we are not going to talk anymore about Yarrick because we have a whole episode dedicated to this guy. Armageddon, though, is a topic we could discuss. Are they going back to Armageddon? Is this a flashback? Is this historical? You're saying it's absolutely for sure in the Indominus.
Okay, so hear me out, and I brought sort of receipts.
Okay,
I have brought vague receipts. In the newest animation, with the Sisters of Battle, Penitents, the orcs on that planet talk about leaving that planet for the war planet. The war planet is Armageddon. The orcs are gathering for the biggest fight ever, which is on Armageddon. The orcs in the current era, which is when Penitence takes place, are heading to Armageddon. Yarrick looks even older, so he's there. It's him. He's the dude. Oh, I love Yarrick. Oh my god, he's such a badass character. He's such a badass.
So you're definitely saying this is this is a new attack on Armageddon, and Yarrick will show up for it because he's chasing Gazgul there, and therefore Gazgul will be involved?
I think Gazgul has to be involved. It's Armageddon.
Okay. And
So-
we did see a lot of Cadians. We also saw some Armageddon Steel Legion. However, that speech that was given by the Imperial commander there that gets shot by Yarrick, that's, to me, that rings historical, because that there was a Governor von Straub in the original, the older battle for Armageddon, who did issue orders to retreat and was in fact killed. So that's why I question it. That's why I'm like, this feels almost historical to me.
The reason that I don't think it's historical is I don't think GW wants to go back in time.
It wouldn't be the first time that they'd done it.
It definitely wouldn't be, especially after the whole time kerfuffle with the Dawn of Fire series, where they had to retcon an entire book by accident. But I feel like this is current era. Like, the main thing that I have to go on this is the newer units being shown, which is
he's also visibly older, as you pointed out.
Yes. So I don't know. I think it's current era. If I'm wrong, that's totally fine. I'm still getting Yarrick. Like, let's go.
People on the internet agree with you. The fan consensus seems to be that they believe it's a new era that's returning to Armageddon rather than doing this as a historical event. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, it makes Yarrick and Armageddon the exact, like, it ties in even more closely to that one single planet, which from a lore perspective is not necessarily great. Like, you want to be able to have your big toys play everywhere in the galaxy and not just on one world.
That's true.
So, I don't know. I'm sure Games Workshop will handle it well, because their stories have been handled very well, in my opinion, since 9th edition. Since the return of Gilliman and the Great Rift, I think the storytelling has actually been very, very good. So,
another thing that's setting it in more current times is if you go back and watch and look at all the Cadians' eyes, not all of them are purple.
Well, that's due to the fact Cadia is gone, and they're absorbing the remnants of other units, which is what the Imperial Guard has done for a very, very long time. And now that's one of the reasons. I'm actually reading a book, or just finished a book called Steel Tread by
that's
Andy
a good
Clark.
one.
Yeah, it's great. I really enjoyed it. There's a follow-up called Demolisher that I'm about to start. And Steel Tread, one of the core elements of Steel Tread is that it's a Cadian unit that's absorbed remnants from other Imperial Guard regiments, and they're all putting them together under the banner of Cadians. And the sergeant, he's not the tank commander, but he's like the guy in charge of the guys in the tank.
Yep.
He doesn't feel that anyone who wasn't born on Cadia and went through the White Shield training, he's like, you're not really Cadian. And that's like a core element that goes off throughout the story. So it's interesting. But that would explain why we're seeing Cadians that don't have purple eyes.
I'm just stupid excited for this. I'm wondering who's going to show up. I'm wondering about the new Blood Angel units. That's a whole nother thing. I think we're getting new Blood Angel units.
So those 2 patches on the jacket strongly suggest new Blood Angels. I wonder if that's not for Legiones Imperialis, possibly.
So from what I saw from the rumor mill, they think it's going to be Blood Angel Intercessors, similar to the Grey Wolves or the Grey Hunters of the Space Wolves, where they have their own unique ones. And then the generic ones are more for the Ultramarines, because, Jack of all trade, master of none. So I think that's going to be it. And they're going to get, finally, the Sanguinary Guard wing packs that GW promised a few years ago, when everyone was super disappointed with the Sanguinary Guard. A redo of the Sanguinary Guard would be big, because the artwork was very different from the models. Hey, we've got a super chat. Give them back their nipples. Just saying.
You and Joel Schumacher. Stephen Lucas, 8836. Thank you so much for your support, sir. Question: how many psychers get dispatched to an assigned planet like astropaths? What about other disciplines Games Workshop wants us to forget?
Yeah, like geomancers.
Well, it depends.
That is a tough call. Does the planet have an astronomical choir? Because then it needs a few psychers, and then it needs psychers every year to replace the ones that burn out.
Yeah, Astropaths would be a big one. Obviously, you've got there are psychers at various levels of government as well. In the Adeptus, there's the Psychana. There's psychers that serve the Imperial Guard. So
yeah.
It really
Wyvern
just depends.
Psychers, Primaris Psychers. Then you have the Enforcer Psychers, which are terrifying. So it depends. Like,
that's the answer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
My most common phrase on this show is "it depends." Hey,
I think the standard guard regiment only uses one squad of Wyvern Psychers per like company. And then they have to be followed closely by commissars
well, they have minders too, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Primaris Psychers, which are issued by special need for the operation that's coming.
So here's a thought. If Blood Angels are going to be a part of this, and the 2 patches on the guy's jacket strongly suggest that they are, and if there's a new edition of 40K coming, you have to have Space Marines in that box. So the Blood Angels might be the Space Marines in the 11th edition box.
So I know you're right. It has to be Space Marines because, again, top selling army in all the 40K, and it only makes sense. And GW has been burned before by not putting the main characters in the starting boxes. See Age of Sigmar. But no, there is no but. That's just, you're correct. I think it is going to be Blood Angels. I think it's going to be a new Baal Predator design. Could be cool.
Which would be which was on the shelf on
Yep.
in that guy's room.
So it could be a new Baal Gravis. What are they called? Oh my god, Gladiator. A Baal Gladiator could be new, like double assault cannons, and then its side has multi-melters or heavy flamethrowers, and then it's super fast to represent like the Blood Angels having overcharged engines.
And Vanguard
and Vanguard veterans.
There's a specific group that I think I mentioned as one of the things that we might see for the box set.
Jump Pack Chaplains.
Yeah, Jump Pack Chaplain, which perfectly fits Blood Angels. Vanguard veterans and Jump Pack Chaplain would definitely fit Blood Angel battles. We got a super chat and a member.
Yeah.
Lord Vorn, thank you for your support. Important caveat. Rumors suggest Blood Angels are taking over from Ultramarines as the box art poster boys. No suggestion of Angel-specific units.
Yeah, I think they are taking over as the headliners of this box, which would make sense. I'm all for that, to be honest. I think Ultramarines took over 10th edition and just had too much, and then they took away my damn Kulgur and Gravis armor, and I'm really mad about that still.
So it's been Ultramarines with very few exceptions. The first box set, of course, was Crimson Fists. Then there was
Black
Templars, which was 3rd edition. And then there was, second edition was Black Templars. 3rd edition was, second edition was Crimson Fists. 3rd edition was Black Templars. 4th and 5th edition, I think, were both Ultras.
Yeah, because Battle of Umber
the Ultras have been,
6th and 7th were Dark Angels.
Right.
And then 8th was Ultras, 9th was Ultras.
And 10th was Ultras, I think.
And 10th was Leviathan, so Ultras.
Yeah. They've headlined 3rd edition, Dark Imperium, and Leviathan. And for sure. But they've been in a lot. So putting in the Blood Angels would make a lot of sense. Thank you, Lord Vord. Appreciate that. We also got a member, Hieronymus. Sanguinius comes back and Dante still can't retire.
Oh my god. The biggest thing would be like Sanguinius returning from the heavens and immediately dying, and Dante just be like, damn it! Oh, damn it.
Fun fact, I have done a show for Lorebeards 40K on how Sanguinius could return, but a big part of that episode was whether or not he should return. And my opinion was very firm that Sanguinius should not return.
His death is too important into the 40K setting. Also, the Sanguinor would then have no reason to be there.
Also, it would mean Primarchs are immortal, which would remove a lot of tension and stakes from the lore. Anyway, but yeah, that would be. We do have we have Rush 21129 is posting a whole bunch of stuff about a Death Company Dreadnought being Dante. Oh Lord, wow, that would be wild.
A new Azeroth the Grim model could be. No, he got a new model. Never mind.
Hannah says, "Go back to the second edition box. Give us a cardboard Dreadnought, you cowards."
I still have that somewhere.
That was
I'm
funny.
probably gonna send that to like Miniscape at some point. If you haven't checked out that channel, I highly recommend it. They're amazing.
So we talked about
they're also good.
We talked about Armageddon. We talked about Layman Russ is a possible thing. We talked about the Blood Angels. What are some other? Is there any other aspect of like what is possibly on that guy's jacket? I'm still thinking Battlefleet Gothic. Oh God, wouldn't or Battlefleet Indomitus? God, that'd be so cool.
So one of the things that I do want to talk about is the idea of new solar auxiliary units. I think the big one would have to be like their interceptor plane. It doesn't have a plastic kit. They would need that. Other than that, they have a. Oh my God, do they even have anything that needs a plastic kit? Let me double check this really quickly. Oh, also the banner for Games Workshop's webpage is showing Blood Angels. That's interesting. That's totally not related to anything.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. I am saying it right here, right now. 11th edition box is Blood Angels v Orcs.
Yep.
I'm saying it.
Also, one of my theories is still that they're going to release a Sister Silence kit, but that's me just, wishing. But yeah. Let's see. What do they have that's still...
Ricardo Andre points out the episode was named What If Sanguinius Returned, not How Sanguinius Could Return. He says, I demand a refund and an exploration of the galactic shape-up of that event.
Oh, if they are releasing something for the Solar Auxilia, I would like to see a termite. A termite assault drill would be really cool, since that is one of their few resin kits. Same with the Surgeon Primus unit, could be really cool. And also maybe the Flame Scion unit. Oh, and the aircraft that I was thinking of is the Voss pattern Lightning Strike Fighter in plastic.
There are a lot of Solar Auxilia stuff that's been out of stock forever on their website. And the Aurochs, the Carnodon, the Ogrins, and the Rapiers are things that people are discussing as possible.
Could be cool.
Expand plastic replacements for existing resin.
And they're going to make a Hermes Light command squad because that's actually in the book itself. Like that's actually in the codex. Well, the equivalent of a codex that they have.
And I'll point out it could also be Solar Auxilia stuff for Legions Imperialis because I know that'll piss you off.
Yeah, it will. And I will be big angry and I will yell and cry. Although honestly, there are a couple of guys that play Legions Imperialis at the store. They're both super nice and I absolutely love them. So them getting more stuff is also really cool because it saves me money. And I'm okay with that. I could see an upgrade. Yeah, Lord Vorn is correct. An upgrade pack for Tank Commander could be a thing. Although I think the Tank Commander is rolled into the Leman Russ. Although all of mine came with the Tank Commander, but I had the resin one, so
I'm going to specifically say Evil Sons Orcs in the 11th edition box set. Although that would be a very red box set. You'll have big red armies on both sides of the table.
Well, they could call it the Crimson Tide.
Oh, now that, by the way, excellent movie. Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman, one of the best. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. But yeah, Crimson Tide is funny. Who knows? I mean, there were two different Blood Angel patches, right? There was the the obvious one, and then there was one that looked like a chalice with blood drops coming off.
Yeah. Ooh, that could be a what are they called? What do they call their apothecaries?
Sanguinary priests,
Sanguinary priest with jump pack.
or the chaplain,
Yeah.
or who knows? It did
Although
look
the white really feels apothecarian.
the shield shape of that particular patch was interesting, and it's, to me, it suggests that maybe it's a new subgroup, or that there's like a not a successor chapter, but it might be the emblem also of the Fellowship of Blood, which is the new thing that Dante created after the devastation of Baal. And the Fellowship of Blood is, of course, all blood angels everywhere of any successor chapter are part of the Fellowship of Blood. So,
and they're not going to get the one ring.
not that kind of fellowship. So Knights of the Chalice points out Lord Vorin is a successor chapter, but I think
you did that backwards. You read it as Knights of the Chalice said, and then said Lord Vorin is a successor chapter.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry. Lord Vorin says that Knights of the Chalice is a successor chapter. Thank you. I apologize for that spoonerism.
That's amazing. Lord Vorin, you are now a Blood Angel successor chapter. Get ready for your depression.
And Rush 21129 points out there have been Gabriel Seth rumors. Gabriel Seth is a tasty possibility.
I like that a lot.
So for anybody who doesn't know, let's build the Lord Ford chapter, says Litchford Gears. For anybody who doesn't know, Gabriel Seth is the Lord Ford's having a lot of fun with this. Gabriel Seth is the chapter master of the Flesh Terrors, which is a very infamous successor chapter of the Blood Angels. Seth has been a major secondary character of the Blood Angels extended universe, if you will, and he was a major feature of course, the devastation of Baal, because he and Dante essentially made up and are now working together. So Seth, though, however, I want to point out that the Flesh Terrors have a very specific symbol, which was not present on that jacket anywhere, which is why I don't think it would be Seth. But it's an interesting idea. Lord cares. Let's build the Lord Vorin chapter. That's going to follow me around. Somebody's going to clip that. All right. Dark Mechanicus would be another, if it's not Layman Russ, Dark Mechanicus would be or Mechanicum, Dark Mechanicum. That would be a huge reveal for the end.
You know what they're going to do, though? Because Dark Mechanicum has an army in Legions Imperialis. They could add to that, finally. I could see them doing that. But the Sola Exilia patch is what's really doing it for me. And I really want the Termite. I really want a damn Termite. They're so cool.
They are. They're super cool. Termites are great.
Although
I've never used one, and I would never use one in second edition. But that being said, I think they're really cool conceptually.
Yeah, in third edition, you can only deep strike one unit per turn, which is a really dumb rule. Like even drop pods can't do drop pod assault and bring in multiples. You can only bring in one. So them bringing that in kind of feels weird. I think it's going to be a couple of like simple things, and maybe the Flamer squad.
But they were all of them deceived for a final ring was forged. Ricardo Andre says, hilarious parallel. There are 19 total rings, and there is the one ring. 19 Primarchs and one Emperor. That means the Emperor is Sauron in the land of Terra, where humanity lies.
Jesus Christ.
I love it. Love it.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. That's absolutely amazing.
I think that's more coincidence, especially because 19 Primarchs is a fairly recent idea.
It's actually 21.
Well,
but
again,
that's because GW doesn't know that twins are two different people.
They weren't twins for a very long time. They only became twins somewhere in the last 20 years. And again, I'm an old man. Been playing 40K a long time. That, to me, that's still a new thing that there's two Primarchs.
Actually, we're both wrong. There were only 9.
What?
There were only 9 Primarchs.
What?
This is so this is a thing in a lot of the books that Imperials only know of 9 Primarchs.
Oh, okay. I get it.
The
Now I
9
get it.
Loyalist Primarchs.
This would be the ecclesiarchy's take on Primarchs, that only 9 of them exist because there were only 9 good ones, according to the ecclesiarchy. Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's why. All right. Now I was like, wait, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I haven't just lost my mind. Don't mind me. I mean, it's very possible that I lost my mind, but
Layman Rest returning, I would lose my mind. I'd be like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm a Space Wolf fan. I'd be down for it. Battlefleet Gothic or Battlefleet Indomitus, any kind of Battlefleet game would blow my mind.
Also, BFG, which was 1000% named after the Doom Eternal BFG.
The potentially doing a lot of stuff with Blood Angels is really exciting to me because I'm a big Blood Angel fan. I wouldn't lose my mind per se unless it was something truly crazy like Sanguinius returning, and then in which case I would probably not be happy about it, to be honest. But Sanguinor or Seth or doing something with the Fellowship of Blood, I would be all into that.
So hear me out. A new attack bike.
New attack bikes for Space Marines?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
why not?
I know there's going to be new, like, I'm saying this as if I'm an authority on it, but I know that Wezdaka Gunsmack is coming back. I know that Orc bikes are getting an update. I base this on absolutely nothing. And I think the box set is going to include a new type of bike for Space Marines. And maybe, finally, that Gravis las cannon guy that we saw years ago, the Eradicator with a las cannon. That would be insane. We saw that model like 4 or 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. Lord Vorn says it's one of the Blood Angels Crusade badges. I'm not able to find that, so I'm going to take your word for it. But maybe that means something. Maybe it doesn't. It's tough to tell with these kinds of things. Games Workshop likes to tease, and they like to throw stuff up there sometimes that are red herrings. So who knows? But Blood Angels do seem like a very strong thing, especially with the red bike. That's Wezdaka. I think Wezdaka Gutsmack being a thing or getting a new model would be. Does he have a new model?
No.
Okay.
No, he hasn't been. He actually has never had a model.
Well, then
I don't think I'm crazy in saying that. I don't think he's ever had a model.
Well, in any case, the idea of having a fast attack edition, which is what Star Fury 0001 is saying, that would be interesting. And it would match a lot of what you're seeing in that video. It would match the red bike. It would match the Blood Angels emblems. It would match the Red Sun's emblem. It makes a lot of sense. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Wazdak has never had an official Games Workshop model.
No, I can't find one either.
So he's never had one. I'm going to say that for sure. An official one. There's been people who've obviously made ones.
Yeah, because there is a named war boss on a bike from Forge World who had a name only in a story, but that wasn't. Yeah, they didn't give the name to the bike. So yeah, no, that's actually cool. So was Dr. Gunsmack finally getting a model? Amazing.
I would say likely if we're doing Evil Sons.
Mm-hmm.
Which we seem to be, because that's what's on that guy's jacket. Yeah, I would say Wezdak is probably likely to come back. Now, I don't know what that means for the Orcs per se, but until we see more from Adepticon, which will be next week.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
It will not be long. So there you go. This, I believe, is the majority of our predictions, unless you had any more you wanted to make.
Not really.
Okay, I guess.
Feeling about the new Yarrick.
Decro Player 97. Hey, you're asking us about Yarrick. We have a lot of feelings about Yarrick. We're going to discuss. We're going to discuss them. We're going to discuss them on Saturday when we do a whole episode.
Feelings.
and on Saturday when we do this whole episode on Commissar Yarrick, we will get into how we feel about him. But also, we have some really cool giveaways. So join us on Saturday for that. And I appreciate you bringing this up. He looks awesome. I'm glad he's back. And that's the short version. and we will do a deep dive on him on Saturday.
And on Saturday, this is the giveaway. So we have a Joy Toy Tempestus Scion, as well as, given to one person, as well as the Cadia Stands box set, which was generously donated to us to give away to one lucky viewer on Saturday. So come and watch the Saturday stream when we talk about Yarrick, Commissar Yarrick, Old Baelai, Sebastian Yarrick, and his Fortress of Arrogance.
Yeah,
I can't
which
wait to talk about him.
we're going to talk about the Fortress of Arrogance for sure, because that thing is awesome. It's a pimp wagon. We got a super chat for Byfoot. Fishman, predict it, you wonderful people. Okay, hear me out. Pelagier kill team. Ogre-sized guys with like gills, and they're all like nautical themes. So they have like spear guns and hooks.
Net
launchers, yeah, tridents. They lean into it. They're like, this is absolutely Fishmen in 40K. They're the Pelagiers. They've left their home world for some reason. Maybe the Great Rift has corrupted the oceans and they have to leave. Something like that. That would be how I would do it.
Now, I do have some predictions about Adepticon that are not related to models being released.
Or Fishmen?
Unfortunately, not Fishmen either. But I'm talking about the Warhammer 40K tournament itself. I have a feeling that we're going to see an overwhelming showing of Necrons as well as Ultramarines, because those are two very, very popular armies at the current moment. I think we're going to see a good chunk of World Eaters as well, as they have been on the rise, and maybe an equal showing of Adeptus Custodes. For the other factions, I do think they're going to make a rather normal showing as per the normal numbers. I don't think any brave soul will bring Agents of the Imperium, but if they do, they are a hero, and I would like to personally hug them. Because holy crap, you brought Agents of the Imperium. Though there is one really good player that's playing Agents, so they might show up. I'm expecting a Necron victory overall. I think the first place probably is going to go to Necrons. I would like to see any other faction get it over Necrons. I think people are going to be hard-teched into anti-Necron tactics at the moment, which will be lots of multi-damage weapons going to kill those Catan, or tons and tons and tons of small one-damage weapons to kill the Catan, as well as Amantek and the other units in the army itself. But Necrons are going to be in force, and they are one of the best armies in the game currently. Do I think we're going to see any type of nerf to them? No, not really. I think this is pretty much it until maybe 3 more months down the line, but that might be 11th edition at that point, and we might not get an update that'll ruin Necrons or, make the game a little bit more safe for players not running into Necrons. That being said, though, I am very excited to watch the tournament results. I'm going to be watching it live, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for day 3 of it, and I'm just so excited to see Warhammer.
I can't wait for the reveal of Battlefleet. I know, long shot.
Yeah,
this is absolutely a wish list. It is absolutely not at all. It's not at all anything but a rumor. But goddamn, would it be nice?
It really would be.
So there's that. But on a more serious note, what I'm looking forward to is I want to learn more about 11th edition. I want to learn more about Armageddon. I want to learn more about what's going on with the Blood Angels, because they are one of my favorite chapters. My top armies for me for 40K, for like the things I like to play or enjoy: Eldar, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Grey Knights. Those are my top 4. So. Also, if they do anything with Grey Knights and World Eaters, like one of the other rumors was, I'd be like, oh yes, please. My heart's beating. So yeah, those are things I think would be really sweet. That I'm looking forward to. The orcs I don't know. I've heard that the orcs that they're doing are more grimdark and less cartoony, which I don't necessarily love.
I mean, if they're bringing back Wes Daka, dude is known for jumping his bike off of a cliff onto a Titan's head, through it, killing the crew and crashing the Titan.
Yeah, but I the aesthetic of the orc is pretty firmly set in my mind over 35 years.
That's fair.
So I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. Hey, we've got Ricardo Andre. He's got a comment here. He says, "I'm with you, Ross. Battlefleet would be awesome. Woo! Void Warfare should be far more front and center in 40k lore. It's space for throne's sake. It's hard to write about, but don't ignore it." Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Now we do have some models to look at this week too, don't we?
Yes, we do. I'm getting those up right now. So if you could stall for like 5 more seconds.
Oh, sure, no problem. So, you guys, if you have questions about anything we've discussed in this episode, anything that's potentially happening in Armageddon, anything you want to know more about, drop it into the comments on this particular on Twitch or on YouTube, and I will read them out loud, and we'll see if we can answer anything you guys have to say, because this is a good time to get into the time when you get to ask us questions. Ricardo Andre says, "Grimdark for the Humie and the Pansy, comedic from the boys' point of view." Maybe. I got to be honest, it's kind of I have a larger concern about 40k moving further and further away from satire, and there's been a rise of fascism in the world, shall we say?
Yeah.
So celebrating the Imperium unsatirically tends to rub me the wrong way. And I realize that the orcs are not the Imperium, but I feel like the orcs are one of those few things that are still silly, still a little tongue-in-cheek in 40k, and I really like that. I like that levity that they can bring while still being dangerous. So that's kind of where my head's at about the idea of like orcs not being as cartoony as they used to be. This may just be old man shouting at clouds, and be sure to tell me if you're like, no, the new orcs are awesome and I prefer them. That's fine. We can still be friends. Okay, Northern Queen Alexis, take it away.
All right, so we got some models to look at. In fact, we got some from me, some from Hawk, some from other people, and some from another person.
Okay.
So first up is from Hawk, and this is a Belgor Ravager from the Beastmen Kill Team. Honestly, you would have to tell me that this thing was from the Beastmen Kill Team, because all the Beastmen look identical to me. They all, like, you put a gun in their hand and they could be 40k.
He's got a grenade.
Oh, yeah, he's got a grenade. And if it was fantasy, he would have like a granada. Or
a bone or something. Yeah. But yeah, this is I would say it's a good paint job. The base is a little bare, but a good paint job.
Yep.
Looks good.
We only have a few pictures this week. Dude is buff. Dude is actually like rocking a dad bod buff. I'm okay with this. Like my ideal man right here. Damn.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. Good paint job on the skin and the hair. Keeping the hair looking a little bit different from the skin is a really good thing to do on these.
And then look at those booty cheeks.
Yeah.
I like this, but do something with your base.
That would be my suggestion. Oh, we've seen these guys before.
Oh, yeah, sorry. These are from last week. And these, I grabbed a few of these because they posted a bit of them, but this is from Hellflyer. These are, I believe, works in progress. And they're just showing off some different paint schemes and everything. This appears to be Iron Warriors.
Yeah, it looks good.
It has a Thunderhammer and a Combi Bolter.
Yeah, that's very, very Horus Heresy. Looks almost like a Cataphracti armor, in fact.
Yep.
I would say that's a very good start on a Iron Warrior. However, you know what I'm going to say? The base is really bare, and this is definitely not done. I would say this is a good start.
Then we got one that just has some paint schemes on it, but it does look like you put paint over paint, and it is going to show through it. My advice when crackling like this starts happening is there are two things you can do with this. One, you could actually add a thinner paint on top of it. If it is the tabard that's being painted, you could actually have a little bit of fun with this. You can do it brown, and then as it's chipping away, you can actually take a lighter brown and dust that so that it looks like the leather itself is chipping. So you can actually do something with this. When it comes to purples, you do want to wash them and then dry brush them with a pink. And the pink will really pop this model out quite a bit. Again, looks like a good start to a miniature. I like where your head is at with this. It's one of the new Tartarus Terminators, so I like it.
Is that Tartarus?
Yeah, that's the
new Tartarus? Okay.
Is that new Tartarus or is that the new Cataphracti?
I
might
think
be the new Cataphracti.
if you look at the shoulder pads, it's definitely
Yeah, 'cause
Cataphracti shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Cataphracti.
Yep. This we can't really see too much. The picture is not the greatest quality, but we have the Necron sniper unit. I cannot remember what they're called right now.
Death marks.
Death marks. You got a nice red paint scheme on here. Throw a black wash on top of this. Get them all the way down to a really, really dark red. Dry brush them Wesdaka red and hit their corners with some orange. Just some Wild Rider orange, and you will make these things pop. Again, do your bases. Did you have any comments on that? Or
actually, no. I think you covered it excellently.
So, again, from here, we do have a super chat if you want to grab that real quick.
Yeah, I think this is about the models. Skylar Martin, thank you so much. Ross and Norn, this is a good start. Me, but what if I want everything ready to go out of the box?
Well, then you contact me and you hand me the box and I paint all of it for you. I am a commissioned painter.
So, Skylar, I'm trying to understand a question. Are you asking what is considered ready to go out of the box as far as tabletop quality? Are you asking what's the difference between a good start and a finished model?
Honestly, any model that you're happy with and looks okay to you is a good model.
Correct.
Like anything you're happy with is great. Oh, they're just making a joke.
He says he's just making a joke. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm taking it way too seriously today.
Yeah, so was I. I'm so sorry. We're both dumb. Don't mind us.
Apologies.
The trick is to keep them in the box.
I should say also, you guys live in a kind of a golden age of painting advice these days. If you want to go out on YouTube, there are so many great tutorials on how to dry brush, how to base coat, there's a lot of really, really good ones out there. Just go look. If you're curious about any technique or any way to elevate your model, we can tell you things, and that's great. But what the show does not do is it doesn't tell you how to do it beyond just the vague description. So, when I say things like, hey, dry brush this model or put some more highlights on it, you may want to go out to the web and find a video that shows you how to do that in a better way than I can explain it, because it will be better for them to show you rather than just have me tell you.
We have an Ultra Orc.
Well, it's very lucky. It's blue.
Yeah, he's very lucky. He's still alive. He's even wearing his brown trousers.
What is that on his leg? Is that a little gun? What is that? It's a little hand. It's a little hand.
A little hand. He's got hands sticking out of this thing. It's a grot in it.
That's wild.
I like the conversion. I like the idea behind it. Again, just some washes and some highlights, and this thing will look great.
Washes are a big deal right now. They're really great for getting into those little cracks and pulling out all the darker spots that ordinarily would require a lot of work to highlight. So yeah, washes would definitely recommend considering a wash on just about anybody who wants to have a slightly better looking model.
Now, let's see. Okay. Now, Ross, I have a serious question for you. Have you accidentally ever bought 11 Keepers of Secrets?
No. No, I have not.
Really? You've never run into this problem? Dang it. I guess I'm the only one with 11 Keepers of Secrets.
Wow. Holy crap. So many secrets. So much debauchery.
Yep.
I
do have to be careful about some of the pictures because some of my demons are topless. So I will tastefully go through them to make sure that there's nothing terrible here. But I do have Keepers of Secrets from every age and a couple from a few editions and a few other companies. Like there's a couple of Creature Caster here, if you see in the background. So yeah,
Slanesh would be proud.
And there are some custom like conversions on here that don't look like conversions. But if you look closer, You can see one boob, two boobs, twice the boob. I actually like converted the hell out of this one, but this one is old and has fallen a few times and broken a few times. So a lot of the gaps are a bit stuck.
Yes,
But
Spitfire says no secret left unkept.
yeah.
I like your the one that's half spider, the Drider version. That's excellent.
Yep. And then there she is as a close-up. There's the daughter of Slaanesh. This is one of them that I use for... This is one that I just traded for. I painted this in like 4 hours. And this is a keeper that I'm using for the Old World.
I'm going to bounce for just a couple of minutes, let you hold the fort down. So,
yep. So this one was partially painted by somebody else, and then they traded it to me for Commissar Yarrick, which is rather ironic, and a couple of other older miniatures. And I was just like, all right, I see that you painted her in a pink color scheme. So I wanted to show off some of their, like, what they still had on it while making it match my current demons. And if you notice, most of my demons are skin tone. I really like the idea of keeping things like royal and really creepy to have them look like humans. I think that's just creepy. The Drider is a lot of fun. This is an Arachnarok spider with a Keeper of Secrets on top. And then we have the entire collection. These three in the front are my oldest Keepers of Secrets. They are from like 2nd or 3rd edition. I forget when. But I do need a 12th Keeper of Secrets. I will admit I need a 12th because I need numbers that are divisible by 6. And once I get to 12, I need 18. Everyone knows that's how it works with Keepers of Secrets. Alexis has got a whole Slaanesh host or Slaanesh's court or something. Yeah, I really like Slaanesh. It is my favorite demon. It's why I got my Marcus Slaanesh on this arm. And then on this arm, I have Slaanesh. This is a fan art of her, but it's like the most accepted fan art. So I really, really, really like Slaanesh. She is my favorite demon, demon god. Over here in the corner, you can actually see the original Forge World resin garbage looking horrific Keeper of Secrets that I absolutely hate. So I immediately replaced her. I could not ever keep Keeper of Secrets and oh, 1 second. There we go. Sorry, I saw this comment and then it like flickered and I lost all thought when I was trying to read it. Could work, not ever keep. So I try to keep all my Keepers of Secrets looking different as much as possible. Even the 3 that look identical all have different weapons. Just to make sure that they are as different as I can keep them. This one in the back I use as my archdemon for Heresy. I use this one as a demon overfiend for Heresy. This one I use for Old World. This one I use for Old World. These 3 I use for 40k. This one over here I use for a demonic behemoth, or I use her as a soul grinder. Those soul grinders are disappearing next edition. These 3 down here I use for my 3rd edition demon army. So each one of them actually has a use. There's
a great comment you need to read.
Oh, where is it?
You might call that collection excessive, says Spitfire.
I do use the 3 on the bottom as just demon princes for 40k as well. And then we could just get out of both of these. And this is one of my favorites. This is a conversion using the new demon prince's wings on an old Keeper of Secrets. And I'm very happy with this.
The Crab Claw Minotaur Keeper of Secrets.
It's such a unique take on debauchery, and I love it. I love this Keeper of Secrets so much. And I wanted the gold to be like overbearing, like there was just too much gold, because that is excessive. Like all their weapons are just solid gold. Like in Minecraft, they're coming at you with gold weapons.
Yeah, Mr. Mike of the Grail says, I'm very, very late. We're at the end of our episode here, Mike, unfortunately, but you missed us discussing our thoughts on the Adepticon new releases and ideas for what we think those could be. Short version, we're pretty sure it's 11th edition. We're pretty sure it's going to be Blood Angels v Orcs in the core box, and that there's probably going to be some major narrative punctuation point at the very end of the presentation, which is 2 hours long and will take place next Wednesday. So we will probably react to it. I think what you're planning to do. So next,
I thought
we will also have the
stream through it.
Either way, we will either react to it live or we will react to it after. So keep in mind that's what's going to happen next week.
But
sure enough,
this is one of the pictures from our tournament, and it's just my demon's butt. I thought that was really funny.
Oh my God, Alexis, look at that demon.
Now, this is from a tournament that I played last weekend, and this tournament, oh my God, was the craziest thing. First game, I went up against Necrons, and I just got absolutely stomped. But my opponent, his name is Gudbrandur. He's a very nice person. I can't fully pronounce his name because of my accent, and I can't roll my R's halfway through starting the R like Icelandic people can. I can roll my R's as if I'm speaking Spanish, and I learned how to do that, but yeah. And yeah, that is Samus. He has a white nipple. Look at it. Look at his nipple. There it is.
So, yeah, fun fact, in Spanish, to roll the R, you just treat it like a soft D. Yeah. Oh, we have a great comment here from Rush21129. Says the Hail Mary might be that it's the TV show announcement instead of a lore announcement.
Has it been long enough?
No, that's a good point. He's not. That's not wrong. That's not even out of line. Rush, you might be onto something, because the TV show announcement would
think about that.
Me neither. But the TV show announcement could be bigger than a new Primarch reveal, actually. And that would be a hell of a punctuation point for their
Henry Cavill is bigger than a Primarch.
Well, okay. So I'm going to riff on this for a second. Imagine you're at the Adepticon presentation, and in the last 10 minutes, who should walk in the goddamn door but Henry Cavill? And he says, okay, so they've given me the final word on this presentation, and here it is. And he shows a clip from the new 40K Amazon television show. That would blow my mind.
Even better, they just have a custodian full cosplay on stage the entire time. And then he takes off the helmet and it's Henry Cavill. I would lose my shit.
Yeah, that would be something. Although to get Henry Cavill to stand around for 2 hours in a suit of armor, I don't know.
He would do it.
I think it's far more likely he'd walk in.
Oh yeah.
Walk up to the stage and take the helmet off. Because would you want to be the guy who has to explain to Hollywood why Henry Cavill passed out at Adepticon?
That would be funny.
Yeah, I would play it safe. I would have him just walk in towards the end. But there you go. That's a hell of Rush21129. Sir, you are a forward-thinking man, and I appreciate your contribution, because that is something neither of us considered, and it's a hell of an idea. I wonder if Games Workshop thought of that. There might be a guy out there watching the stream right now, smacking his head, going, "Why didn't we think of that? Oh my God!"
Cancel the other thing. No one gives a shit about that. Get him on the phone.
God, Rush, if you're not a marketer, consider that, because that's a hell of a you've got a bright future ahead of you.
That's great. So,
all right, what else is going on here? Samus v Angron, is that what we're looking at, or Samus v Bloodthirster?
It is Samus v Angron.
It is Angron. Okay.
Samus is my stand-in for oh my God, what is his name? Wow, my mind just went completely blank.
Not Be'lakor.
No, not Be'lakor. He is my stand-in for character that is Blood Scarbrand. Thank you, Brain. So in my list, I run Samus because Samus looks way cooler than Scarbrand, and Samus is really cool. And Samus's rules in Heresy currently are just non-existent. They do exist, but they suck. So I never bring him there. So I decided to actually bring him in here, and I really, really, really had fun in this third game. But my first game, I got absolutely stomped by Necrons. My second game, I won and it was a good game, but it was kind of a stomp my favor. My third game was against World Eaters, who kept rolling to fight on death. And if you know anything, World Eaters love fighting. But for some reason, they were just tired and sleepy this day because my demons killed them so quickly and just kept them down. Samus here went up against an Exalted 8-bound unit being led by a Slaughter Fiend, which had full hits, +1 to wound and everything, did little to nothing to him. Samus crashed into a World Eater squad of Berserkers with a Master of Executions. I paid 1 CP, sniped out the Master of Executions, killed the squad with Samus. Then the Exalted 8-bound assaulted him. He didn't die, killed the Exalted 8-bound. Then Angron was just like, I guess I'll do it myself, and proceeded to beat the hell out of him and kill him. So then I pokeballed in 3 Keepers of Secrets, well, 2 Keepers of Secrets and 1 Celeste to kill Angron.
I'm with
crazy fun game.
I'm with Mr. Mike of the Grail here. I thought you were going to say Kabanda instead of Scarbrand, but yeah.
No, I still need to buy Kabanda. I'm still waiting to get him. Okay, now moving on to somebody else's stuff because, you know, a humble brag. We
only have 5 minutes left in the show, FYI.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to eat up time because you were gone. And yeah, so we have Hitman 1213, and we can see a Magnus who is shirtless, as he should be. And the Thousand Suns looks like a pretty standard Thousand Sun list versus Blood Angels. I do like the idea of giving them shields. That looks really cool. That's a jump pack captain, right? That looks like a jump pack captain leading a sanguinary guard unit. I really like that.
Are those custom jump packs?
No, that is their jump pack. It just looks better from the back.
It really does. Wow.
Yeah. If they showed it like this, I don't think people would have been as mad, but I still want wings on them.
They have little wings. Look at them. Look at them little wings. They're right there.
Yeah. I love any battle I love any game that shows like this, like fully painted armies. This does technically count as fully painted. I just want to point this out.
No.
Yes,
no,
yes, it does.
No. The standard for fully painted is 3 colors.
There are 3 colors on this.
There is not.
There is a base color, a dry brush, and a dry brush.
Nope.
Yeah.
I disagree.
This gets you 10 points in a tournament.
I disagree. I would not put that down for, if I was a judge at that tournament, I would say that is not 3 colors.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
I disagree.
I hope Magnus died this game.
Whoever owns that Blood Angel army, no slam on you, sir. This is not personal, but that is, in my opinion, that is not tabletop paint job. That is a single color that you've executed fairly well. But it's not enough to consider it fully painted.
I can tell you from years of experience playing, it is.
In Iceland, maybe.
No, in actual major tournaments and everything.
Yeah, I disagree.
Like this wouldn't be fully painted.
You think?
But yeah, like even the black ones, if they're just dry brushed, that's good enough.
Mm-mm.
Like that's one of my favorite things is like if I need somebody, they are work in progress according to Rush.
Yeah, again, this is not personal. This is actually just a disagreement between me and Alexis over what counts as fully painted.
I know it from years of tournament experience that it is fully painted, unfortunately.
Well, my tournament experience is not as recent as yours. Let me put that. Yeah. Let me put that out there. But I have my tournament experience. I have my Golden Demon judging experience, and I can tell you, at least from the 2000 up to 2010 and before, that would not count.
Yeah. One of the big things in tournaments right now is people are actually being even more lenient on the rule, and a lot of people are just counting 75% of your army painted.
Wow.
Because it is 10 points. But I did want to mention before we leave, on Saturday, we have a giveaway.
That's right.
This stuff. It goes to 2 lucky people. one for the Joy Toy, one for the Cadia Stands box set. So be sure to come here on Saturday when we start talking about Commissar Yarrick, and I'm stupid excited about Commissar Yarrick.
Yes, I am too. The thing about our show, of course, we appreciate all of you guys who show up and take part. It's actually really great. It's one of my favorite things about this channel is getting to interact with all of you. So yeah, please spread the word. And if you feel like we're doing a good job talking about 40K lore and deep diving into all of the fun aspects of the grim darkness of the far future, please help us spread the heresy to the algorithm by hitting like and subscribe. And until next time, don't forget, in the grim darkness of the far future,
there is only lore.
And
take care, everyone.
And apparently an endless rumor mill.
True that.
Appreciate you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Cheers.